Vive con Huevos. A ver, con
Are you planning a big move? Whether it's a commercial relocation or a residential transition, you need a moving company you can trust. That's where our sponsor comes in.
Today's podcast is brought to you by the experts in logistics, relocation, and space planning. All Moving LLC. They are your go-to moving company for all your moving needs.
So if you're ready to take the hassle out of moving, contact All Moving LLC today. Visit their website at allmovingco.com, or you can find them on their social at All Moving LLC. Links will be in our bio.
Hey,
Thank you, All Moving.
Thank you.
Be lazy and move out of your mom's house.
move out your
Don't do
suegra.
it. It's
Move out of your
expensive.
suegras. Yeah, move out of your suegras, guys. The hell.
When I turned the computer, I was like, Meli's about to start saying it. I was like, not her, not her.
No, I was like, you should have told me.
What's up, guys? My name is Mario.
My name is Jesus.
My name's Pao.
Welcome back to the Vive con Huevos podcast, Talk and Talks, and episode 43 now.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
weird number.
Yeah.
43.
43.
Fortress. That's Jackie Robinson, I think.
Oh, yeah. It's our Jackie Robinson's episode.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
It's a baseball
I
player.
know.
Oh, I was like, shit. And today, guys, we are accompanied by our lovely co-host. I told you guys she would be back because she liked it. Or guest host.
Guest
Co-
host.
I was like,
Meli.
co-host.
You can be a co-host.
No, I'm no.
I'm just
She said only
it's just
once
a
in a
once in a
while.
while thing.
Do this weekly and you have to be here.
But welcome back, guys. Episode number 43. We appreciate you guys, our loyal listeners. To all you new people, welcome to Vive con Huevos podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Happy Mariah Carey season.
Wow,
And
Jesus
Michael
with the
Bublé.
facts. Oh yeah, they're both
They're
defrosting
defrosting now.
right now.
Yeah.
That's true. After Halloween is just kind of like con mi
Okay.
burrito sabanero, mi
Yeah.
burrito.
That actually introduces the topic I want to talk about today.
What?
Did you guys see that Starbucks now releases their holiday drinks November 2nd?
Well,
So tomorrow you'll be able to get those. You
Is-
used to not be able to get them till like after Thanksgiving.
Is there there's no
remember.
November holiday drink, right?
No, it would always just like skip from the pumpkin ones, from the Halloween
October,
one,
yeah.
October ones, like the fall ones, to the Christmas ones. But the Christmas ones you couldn't. I remember specifically it was always the week of Thanksgiving because I would like look forward to the caramel brulee latte. But like now it's here tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like in the 20s or in the teens, if anything. I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
always
I
looking
think
forward
last
to
year
creme
was
brulee.
like in the teens, and now it's just here. Before
Was
you know
was
it, they're
like
just never
every
gonna
other
take 'em off the
fucking
menu.
store that has like all the decorations for the
I
different.
hate it. I hate
Since,
it.
like,
I
some-
walked in
Oh, I
and I'm
know.
like, do I decorate for Halloween
Or
Thanksgiving or Christmas? Which
Todos.
one?
All of
Which
them at
one?
the same time.
We walked into Walgreens 2 days. It wasn't even Halloween yet, and there was already like Grinch things out. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know why it still surprises me. Like I know that this happens.
I think
but
it's just
every
more of an
year-
annoyance that it is
Yeah.
happening. It's not that it surprises us. It's just more of like, fuck, really? Like, let me enjoy
Yeah.
Labor Day.
Seriously though, let me enjoy Valentine's Day before you start talking about
Seriously.
Halloween. Fuck.
So, do you start buying Valentine's Day candies now?
No, I'm too
No,
old for
I
that.
don't.
I
No,
don't
you
buy
gotta wait
anybody
for the-
candies anymore.
You gotta wait for the Valentine's Day decorations on the candies.
Imagine. I think Paulina would appreciate some pumpkin Reese's for Valentine's
I
Day.
would just because I love the
Yeah.
pumpkin Reese's.
You see, I know my girl.
But actually, they have heart Reese's, so you can wait until they come out with the hearts.
Wait, you know, I've never tried the pumpkin Reese's.
No? Well, wait, they're
didn't
not
know it was
pumpkin
thinking.
flavor. They're just
They're-
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
they're
okay.
So I like Reese's, but I love the holiday Reese's because I feel like
They're
the proportion, like the chocolate to the peanut butter is the
They're
perfect
thick.
They
Yeah, I
are
was gonna say
thick.
they're thicker.
They're super thick. Hold my beer real quick, baby. I feel like
Homa puro.
my hat to head ratio is off right now.
You recorded on the camera,
Fix
yeah?
it, fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on red.
Cool. Anyways, that was just a small little topic I wanted to bring up because I saw the post today
Thanks.
and I was like, what? So by the time you guys hear this, y'all better have already enjoyed your holiday drink, I guess.
Yeah, I went yesterday to try to get some candy. Obviously, like the shelves were empty on the Halloween
Oh,
side,
yeah.
but there was literally like a shit ton of Christmas stuff already, like ready to go. Like, cool. At least I can early shop. I'm not gonna.
Are
early
you
shop.
guys early shoppers?
No.
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 I am
last
last minute as
Yeah,
fuck.
same.
What about you, GB?
Last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I always
nothing I
say I'm
do.
Tú
gonna
ni
try,
vas.
but
No, I go after, and I always use the same excuse. I feel like my family's all like, I'm always like, oh, Amazon didn't deliver.
yeah,
it.
your gift's not here.
Oh my, I don't know why. I had to like ordered it the day of Christmas.
I do that for birthdays. I'm like, oh, it's on the way. And it's because I ordered it like the day before or something like that.
This actually brings up a question that I had today because I was listening to a pod today and they were talking about holidays and relationships. How early is, or let's say you're in a rather new relationship that you got in, let's say like September
Okay.
ish. Is it too early to start bringing your significant other around during the holidays? Or how long do you wait, I guess is the better question.
It took me 3 months.
To bring her,
To bring her
around,
around?
your family.
Well, I met her in August, and I did bring her to our Thanksgiving, our Christmas
friends,
stuff, and then
yeah.
also with my parents.
Do you like talk, like, do you feel like you should talk to them before? You're like, hey, do you feel comfortable? Like, is this where we're going?
I feel they're comfortable if they come over.
Talk to who? Your parents or the girl or
The girl
guy?
or your significant, whoever you're dating.
I don't know. I mean, we had been dating for 2 months and you showed up to my house with a tree on Thanksgiving.
Love it. Love it.
You like plants.
I'm the wrong person to ask because I can date someone for a really long time and not introduce them to my family.
Not even tell her family.
I don't know what the
No,
fuck that is.
They'll know of the person, but it's just to take someone home for me. It's like I can take you home as a friend, but anything more than that, it has to be something like very serious.
Yeah.
So I'm just not the right person to ask because I'm
No, I think that's
Yeah.
a really good point of
Yeah.
view. Go ahead.
no, it's okay. I was gonna say my family's crazy. So imagine
She's like, my family either makes it or breaks it for this relationship.
Your dad is
No es
very
cierto, Cassandra,
intimidating,
no es
though. Like, I
cierto.
feel like whenever I like look at your dad, I forget how to talk. And we're just homies.
I honestly just think it depends on the relationship and like the people you're dating. Like I had never brought anybody home for holidays before you went over for holidays.
Feels so special.
So, you know, and like I was dating around the holidays and stuff, but it was just like never to a point where I was like, I want them to be here and like share this moment with me and my family. And we had only been dating August 3 months. Truly, like
Truly
we had
dating.
only been Thanksgiving, right? Yeah, so like 2 days before Thanksgiving, you asked me to be your girlfriend.
Oh yeah. But when did we like actually start talking? Excuse me, by the way.
August.
Excuse me again. Really? August, September, October. Oh, okay.
So it's like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we talk about it? I don't
No, I
remember.
honestly don't remember. I think I told you like, hey, because your family doesn't really celebrate Thanksgiving.
No, not
right?
really, yeah.
And I think we had that conversation, and at the time we would always host Thanksgiving with like a lot of families. So I remember I told you like, hey, well, we're hosting Thanksgiving. Do you want to come over? And then you did,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I think that's how it went. I don't know. It was a long time ago. How did it go for you, Jesus? Like, did you talk about it with Pam before?
I don't think so. I just told her, hey, if you want to come over, we're having an event. And then I told her you can stay at my house and this and that. And she came over.
I think it just depends on the person and the relationship you have. You
Yeah.
know, it's like if it's not awkward, she'll want to go.
Yeah, I think so too. Have you been, besides this Halloween event, have you been to Pam's family?
The Halloween event actually got pushed to this weekend.
Oh, shit, so you didn't even
you didn't
go?
even do it.
No, that's how we took
I was
advantage
actually
of
kind of
moving.
Oh,
excited.
you moved. I know. I wanted
I was
to hear
excited
about
to
it.
like know who won.
So, and the thing is, we have that festival before.
Oh.
It's just on the same day of the festival. So we thought we weren't going to go. We're like, you know what? Let's leave the festival early and still go. Maybe we can show off our costumes.
Yeah.
Are you guys going dressed up to the festival?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't want to sweat it up. I can't because I need to paint my hair.
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to?
Pam's family has an annual Halloween party, and they always do a Halloween costume.
Contest.
Like
Contest.
winner?
Yeah, and she generally wins those. Last year she didn't win, but this year we're trying to win that one. I think we were going legit.
Yeah.
She's Angelica from Rugrats, and I'm Chucky.
I was wondering why there was no pictures.
Yeah.
Like, I was like super curious.
Well, we
But-
were so disconnected this
Yeah.
weekend that I didn't know if I missed something or
Damn,
not.
should we start talking about that? But first, let's go in chronological order.
Okay.
We had the wedding.
Oh yeah,
Shout out
they haven't
Isa and
heard about the
Carlos.
wedding.
Yeah,
either.
they haven't heard shit
I know.
about anything about anything. So we had the wedding. I was out in Cuernavaca. Most of you saw the recap because I think I've tagged you con Huevos.
We tried to vlog it, but
Yeah,
it
that.
just didn't.
Yeah, we only vlogged the first day
literally-
at the airport.
At the,
We
And
just
like a little bit-
recorded for at the airport, and that's it.
and like a
In the
little
bus.
bit at the in the bus and
yeah, and then Mario got lady at the wedding, so he
dude,
forgot about
I
the
don't
vlogging.
remember half of that wedding.
Yeah, I don't
I can
remember the second
genuinely
half.
say I blacked out.
All right, let's take a step back because Isa listens to this podcast, so we gotta tell her thank you so much for inviting.
I did. I shouted them out. But anyways, yeah.
Shouting
thank you,
out the
Isa
la boda
and
del año.
Carlos. Your guys' wedding was lit. And it was also a pretty cool experience going out. I've never been to Cuernavaca.
Yeah, I had never been to Cuernavaca either.
Yeah.
it was,
I didn't even
it was
know
cool going.
it existed. If I'm being honest with y'all.
Bruh.
It was a nice little place, though. I mean,
Yeah,
Pao and I went to explore
Tight,
that
like, it
first
was
night.
a little place, literally,
Yeah.
but it was nice.
Pao thought she was going to die in El Zócalo because the fireworks.
Oh my god, dude. So we get to Cuernavaca and we check in, but like they don't give us our room yet, right? So we have breakfast because we got there really early. We have breakfast and we're just waiting. I worked for a little bit and then Jesus is like, I want to go to el super que está aquí cruzando la calle. So I was like, oh, okay, let's go. So we went and then we got our room and I was like, hey, we're going to go to el centro, like si quieren venir para ir a ver nomás que hay. So Jesus and Pam ended up staying back at the hotel and Mario and I went just to like walk
Because
around.
we lazy as fuck.
We went to walk around, vimos la catedral and just like the little streets. Like it's seriously
nice.
so tiny. Yeah, like not a lot to see. But then we went to have lunch,
Lunch,
dinner
early
on
dinner.
a little terraza thing. And as like the sun started setting, we were just chilling and then they just fucking let a firework go. But I
had no idea.
I had
Yeah.
no idea. And it was like behind me, like you know how you can hear it behind you? And I fucking jumped and I was like, why isn't anybody running?
But before this, when we were in the Uber on the way to the centro, the Uber driver was like, just be careful. Like once the lights are out, or like once the
Once it
sun
starts
goes
getting
down,
dark.
like just don't go into any random ass streets. Like if there's people, you'll be okay. Like he just gave
Yeah,
us the
give you-
typical
Gives me
the
view, right?
the
But-
typical Mexico rundown, right? Or Latino Mexico rundown. Or
Latino Americo.
Latino, sorry, it's because the room from our
know,
neighbors
too. I
threw
was
me
like,
off. I was like, whoa, it's happening.
I thought Ollie was growling for a second.
Yeah. Latino American. Yeah, fuck,
Bro.
man. These fucking, what's in this shit?
Piña.
Shout out Modelo.
Don't blame the modelo.
The rundown when you're in Latino America, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that kind of already kind of like
Well, no,
threw us off our game
I guess,
a little
yeah,
bit.
for a minute I was like, oh, okay. Because it's so tiny.
They just bring
Yeah.
it up when you hadn't thought about, like you know
Yeah.
better, but
like it's in
you
the
know,
back of your
yeah.
head, but
Yeah.
you're like, fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just their. I think like it. I feel like it's their responsibility to say something too because
Yeah.
they know the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But
hey,
he was
just be
really
careful.
cool.
Yeah.
He was a really cool Uber driver for sure. He gave us a bunch of tips.
Yeah, he even like because we were gonna go straight to El Zócalo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, well, I'll just drop you off at the Catedral because it's like it's this big ass hill." And he probably saw a big boy. And he's like,
He looked out
Yeah.
for us because I would have made Mario walk that hill and
Yeah.
Mario would have been pissed.
and then he's after that, you guys can just walk down and you guys can chill at the Zócalo. Then all the little restaurants
Yeah.
or the puestecitos are right there. And then he told us just look out once the sun is down. Like just don't go into any random streets. If it's alone, don't go in. If it's inhabited, then maybe you'll be okay.
Yeah. So as soon as it got dark, we were like, let's go.
Yeah, we just finished our beers and finished eating and we
Yeah.
dipped out. Because it does get pretty dark. It's like
Yeah.
when we were riding through the streets, when we came back
There's
from
no
the
lights.
wedding, when we were coming back from the wedding, we went through this like random tunnel.
I
That
knocked
shit
out. I
was
don't know.
dark.
Oh no, but the tunnel was.
Yeah, the tunnel was dark, and
but
I
we
was
went
like-
down when we went in that tunnel on our way there, I think too. And I was like, what? Or were we in an Uber when we did that
I think so.
on our way back from the Tornaboda maybe? And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, damn, that was kind of scary.
Tunnel?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then maybe it wasn't.
Jesus
with
said
you
I
guys.
missed it.
It was like a bridge, like a freeway or like their whatever.
And they kind of curved, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And yeah, we were just all of us were like, "Estamos bien mal, güey."
Yeah. That was bad, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It looked fun. It looked really pretty too.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
really
the
pretty.
place was really
Yeah.
nice. It was
Yeah.
really. I have this like very specific image in my head of when she like walked down the aisle, but it was they did the
reception?
No, the
No,
reception's the part.
the ceremony.
The ceremony there. And she like walked down the stairs and into the ceremony, but the sun was like golden hour. So it was beautiful. It
Perfect.
was like the perfect moment of just like the way the sun was hitting like her dress, and it was like kind of glittery.
Like-
so it looked really pretty.
It's just hot as fuck though.
Dude, I was
sweating,
sweating
dude. I was
so
like, bro.
bad.
And then we didn't have seats either.
No,
We're like, oh, whatever.
I kept on
Pretty
like
warm.
I had a handkerchief and I kept on tapping my face, but then like I didn't see anybody else like fanning this. I knew it was hot. Like I saw the people like fanning themselves, like but not as much as me. Like I was like,
You're like, I'm
I was like,
dying.
I was about to strip down.
Yeah, I was. Really
And then
warm.
that made
well,
me-
and then they were like full suits.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Pam blamed me after. She's like, well, it was your fault because you were socializing. We were waiting for you. And then everyone went to go sit down while you were talking. I was like, oh, my bad.
But yeah, and then I have this thing like when I start sweating, I get even more nervous because I'm sweating and I don't see anybody else sweating. So then I get even more nervous and I'm like,
the only
fuck,
one
I
sweating.
need to cool the
Sweating
fuck
more.
down. Yeah. I don't know if it's just a big boy thing or if it's just like a sweaty person thing.
It was just humid that day.
Yeah. But other than that, it was pretty nice. We did get fucking eaten up by mosquitoes.
Oh
though.
my god, that was horrible, dude. It was so bad. We were at the cocktail hour and we were just chilling, but we started getting attacked by mosquitoes. It was so bad that the mesero noticed and he was like, "En el baño hay spray para los mosquitos," because we were like,
Yeah,
like,
it looked like
could
it looked like
not.
our whole group had scabies.
Yeah. And so we were like, "Oh my god, gracias." Y fuimos y pues sí ahí tenían el spray. Yo creo que nos tenían de dos y yo me voy a poner de
Todo.
los dos porque por si las dudas.
Yeah, but then
So it was
we
bad.
went inside like shortly after that. We got our table, which was a pretty cool concept. She had like the friends group table had like two really,
really long
long
ones.
tables.
Nice.
So
en
I
los
thought,
lados de la pista.
yeah, so I thought that was a pretty cool concept.
Smart.
Because I feel like when
Pones
it's a
el
wedding,
ambiente junto.
yeah,
you know?
you're kind of like fuck. Like who do I sit these people with?
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty neat. And then their entrance song was like lit. It was like Empire of the Sun, and I was like, dun, dun, dun. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. And then they had cutouts of their dogs.
Oh,
for the
I
dance
did see
floor.
that. I
Like
saw
I'm
that.
definitely doing that. That was such a cool idea.
Oh no, my dog will be there.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
Oh, Ziggy, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Brianna, a friend, sent TikTok to me, and she was like, "I don't care where you get married. We're taking all of you."
Yes.
Because there was like a dog that was in the wedding, and I was like, "Oh my god."
You're flying.
The meseros were A1 though.
Dude.
Great service.
I would be dancing in the
service.
middle of the dance floor
And
and
they bring you a drink?
and they would notice me like, another one? I'm like, hell yeah, let's go.
They
In
would
the
look for you in the
bathroom.
Oh,
bathroom.
yeah, in the bathroom.
You
too.
do gotta love that about Mexico,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
though. Their servers are always on point.
Yeah.
It's like they cater to you. Here, they don't care. They're
No,
like,
they don't
they
give a
just
shit
walk
here.
by you. But
Yeah.
over there, it's like,
And then
¿qué
I
necesitas?
don't know
Yeah.
if Jesus did, but I tipped them pretty early on. I was a little faded, but
Yeah.
I
apparently
got too faded. I didn't even
when
remember.
I tipped them, Pal said that it looked like it was a drug deal going.
Dude, I was like, it was so funny because he was like slid him the doll, like the I don't know how much he
Así
gave him, but
como-
like the bills, and then the mesero was like didn't know what to do and like grabbed them, and I just laughed and I was like, just take it, but I'm sorry that this is happening right now.
They paid for everyone.
Funny.
Well, it's just to me. So I forgot who we were talking about this with. Oh, it was Pam actually about like tipping the meseros. Like you find one, and that's your designated mesero, and then
Yeah.
you just tip them a shit ton, and this man just like caters to you the entire night.
And he did.
Yeah, and then in my head I was like, I mean, my dad does it too. So I kind of got that from him, and then like going to TJ for like when we were little, it's like you tip the mesero a shit ton, and like the same thing. Like they look for you. They're like, "Hey, tú sí, la grande."
Yeah,
Yeah.
them coming up to us in the bathroom was wild. Cause not like inside the
Yeah,
bathroom,
but
we were
like-
standing outside of the bathroom talking to some friends, some
The
of Mario's
toilet
friends.
stall. Hey,
Imagine.
Te limpio.
Te vi los zapatos.
I'll shake it.
I was about to say that.
Pues nomás les faltó, la verdad. But no, the service was A1 for sure. And then they had these tortas
Oh,
at the end of the night.
Oh, I love
They were-
that.
they started passing out these like random like paper bags, like the
Yeah.
brown lunch
Yeah,
paper
yeah, yeah.
bags. And I was like, what the fuck? What are you giving me? And then I took it. I was like, oh my God, it's a torta. Great
That's the
times.
best. Especially
Yeah.
when you're drunk. And
Yeah.
then just random food.
I think is that like that's more of like a Latino wedding thing, because I feel like weddings here you really
Giving
don't
food.
see it. Yeah,
Pues que aquí se acaban bien temprano, no tienes
That's
que dar
true.
la cena.
only if
Yeah.
your family's used to it. Like my brother did the tacos after.
yeah,
Yeah. But it also didn't end like super early. I feel like when you have them like at a hall here, like by midnight,
Oh.
it's over. Like you have to be out and
Oh,
clean,
yeah.
right? So it's just you don't
you
have
need
the
to do the
time.
menudo at the house when that happens.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Pero pues la boda no se acabó hasta las 4 de la mañana.
Yeah.
Wow, at the venue?
Yeah, we
The
were there
last
pretty late.
shuttle was at
I don't remember
3.
leaving.
Nice.
I don't remember much, but I just remember in the morning, I was hungry, and then she's like, I brought a torta. And I went to go eat it.
I was so sad. I had a fat boy moment because I swore I had brought 2 tortas with me, and I don't know if I left them in the bus or
Maybe.
or what the hell happened, but I woke up and I was like, damn, I could really
Maybe
go
Pam
for
took it.
I think
Pam
so.
took it.
Dude. And I was like, damn, I could really go for a torta right now. And I vividly remember telling myself or telling the mesero, dame una torta porque me la voy a comer mañana. And I woke up in the morning, I was so fucking bummed that I ate some
Where's my torta?
I ate takis.
Dude, I slept the entire morning. I
Yeah.
couldn't with my life. I was like I was pretty hungover, but I wasn't like you know how I normally get like really like sick.
Yeah.
I wasn't like that, but I was just like I just need to sleep it off. And we were supposed to be at the Tornaboda at like 1, and then Isa texted us. She's like 2, 3, and then
You're
I
like,
was like
thanks.
It's like,
perfect.
realistically, more like 3.
Yeah, I got out of bed
Yeah.
at 2:30. I was like,
We
all
were
right,
supposed to go to
let's do
brunch
this.
because that hotel that we were staying at supposedly has like one of the best brunches in Cuernavaca. And we were like, oh, yeah, and el domingo, because it was only on Sundays. And like, sí, el domingo crudeamos, comemos allí.
No, you got.
None of us. I texted Jesus, or Jesus texted me. I forgot how it went. We're like, you up? And I was like, yeah, but I don't think we're going to make it, bro.
It's like,
Estamos
I'm just
viejitos.
I'm just getting
Yeah.
my torta and
Yeah, you know,
I'm
it's
good
lo
like that.
Yeah.
mismo. For real.
But other than that, it was a good
Yeah, it was a
good
good
wedding.
time.
Good wedding.
That's fun.
And then Jesus had an extended vacation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Tell us
We went
about
on
it.
an unofficial honeymoon after. Our-
Damn, did you guys get eloped or what? Fuck. What are we? The real story here.
So my tia lives like an hour away in Juliantla, which is right next to Tasco Guerrero. And so she came to pick us up at 12. I told her, oh, you can pick us up early if you want to avoid traffic. No, I'll go at 12. It's like, all right, cool. I can sleep in. So they came in. Oh, you guys were there. Like, they came in like, well, we'll just cancel our breakfast because we were going to eat
Oh,
breakfast. But good thing we didn't eat breakfast because she took us to one of the most famous arrachera places right there in Cuernavaca. I was like, perfect.
It looked really
Yeah,
good.
it looked
did
bomb.
good. I saw
Pigged
that.
out. She gave it. And so here's the thing. We didn't have anything planned. So we're like, oh, well, we just want to go because Pam wants to go visit Juliantla because she just fell in love with the place and she's never been. And I'm like, oh, well, I coincidentally have a tia that lives there. She can take us and we can visit and see what's up because that's the home place of Joan Sebastian. And starting that day, we didn't have any plans. Like, oh, we're just going to go chill and then we'll tell her what we want to do. No, my tia had like literally an itinerary
itinerary.
I
the
love that.
whole
Yes.
time, like for every day. And she did not let us rest and she did not stop feeding us. Like we were just eating and eating.
You don't rest.
I
on
like
vacation.
her.
Yeah.
So we started there and she was like, oh, come in. Like she just ordered nachos with arrachera on it. And then like, oh, order your plates. And then she took some to go also. Like, oh, we're going to eat some when we get back to the house. And then right after, she took us to ice cream. It's like, oh, we're going to go through here for ice cream. And then
Damn, we should have stayed too.
I know. Fuck.
Sounds like my traveling
For
buddy.
real.
we got to Juliantla and when we started the sightseeing, like, oh, here's like this treehouse thing that they made. Like, it looked super dangerous, but
Oh,
I guess it was
saw you
safe.
climbed it.
That was kind of scary because it was like just moving up and down the whole
Oh,
time going out.
hell no.
You had your Tarzan moment.
Yeah, I was like, you know what, let's just do it. I mean, people do it, whatever. So I did it. She took us there. We started sightseeing little pueblitos around the area. There was supposed to be a festival going on with like one of the indigenous people there, but we were like an hour too early. It's like, oh, well, we're not gonna wait the hour. Let's just go. So we left. We got to the home, and then he's like, all right, let's go out to eat. So she took us to Tasco. We had like some burgers, tacos. We went to go sightseeing the Zócalo. They had like they made a Catrina made out of like those flowers.
The marigolds. That's the best
Yeah. But the thing is that you couldn't see it like standing like right in front of it. You would have to go like in a high spot and then look down and you could see how it was made.
Oh, like
It's got el pan de muerto que
yeah.
no sé.
Yeah. So, and then the next day, same thing. It's like, oh, well, you guys have to be up at 10. Your chauffeur's going to be here and he's going to take you this, and this and do that. I was like, goddamn, all
Damn,
right.
she even got you a driver.
Driver.
Yes,
And then,
that
oh,
is-
it's because she had to go work and she got us, she hired someone to come in the morning and make us breakfast.
Oh,
too.
damn.
I need this tia
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
life.
And then
Shout out,
even
Tia,
the
invite
lady
me.
that came over, she's like, oh, I didn't want to wake you guys up, so I just waited until you guys started coming down. I was like,
That's super nice.
And then she made, I forgot what she's made. She made us like ribs, chorizo, quesadillas, sopes for breakfast, dude. That was
God.
like, it was just jam. Every meal was just jam packed. The only thing about the itinerary is like they made us walk a lot.
Good.
Dude, I
all
was
that food.
sweating all day. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
You
made
can't
us
just
walk.
eat and not walk.
No, seriously.
But it was cool. Like the chauffeur was waiting already, so we went. And then my tío went with us, but he just to like have someone with our family as well. But yeah, we went to go see some waterfalls that were like super high waterfalls where villages and towns got their water from that was just falling down, and took us up there. Took us to the post where everything landed, where the people from that village got their water from, things like that. Like it was just crystal blue waters.
Damn.
It
Do
was
they still
dope.
use it as a water source?
Yeah, like you see all these tubes, and it's like
Uh-huh.
every tube you see is for an individual house.
Oh.
Like people installed these, and like if something's wrong, obviously they're gonna fix it. But
Yeah.
like every tube is connected to a different house.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Things like that. What else did we do? We went to go visit Joan Sebastian's tomb, which is like on top of the Juliantla, where you can just see the whole city. It's like it's just mountains over there.
Yeah.
So it's just
It looked really
everything
nice.
looked far, but it was really pretty quick to get there. Even though it was just a lot of curves going slow, like you would, even though it looked super far, I was like, oh, it's gonna take all day to get there. Now it was like 20 minutes or something.
That's super nice.
It was cool. So it was
20
just,
minutes.
it was all
20 minutes.
it was all views, walking, food. We went into the mines also. So under Tasco, it's all hollow. It's not like there's a city, right? But it's hollow because it's just full of silver, gold.
Oh shit.
Like they showed us everything. Oh, that's all silver. That's all gold. That's all
Jesus starts
metals.
mining it.
It's like putting it in his pocket.
I'm
Taking this rock.
taking. You're coming home with me.
And yeah, like, it was crazy. Like we were literally under a hotel and it was all hollow. Like
That's
that picture we
crazy.
took under, that was under a hotel.
Oh, wow.
And they said because those things don't move, like when there's earthquakes and stuff, like that just all stays in place.
Wow.
Dirty. Wow.
Little things like that. But yeah, it was a lot of food. And then that was Cuernavaca when we were sad. So there apparently, if you guys saw, there was a storm in Acapulco.
Yeah.
And we kind of got caught of it. We were like at the edge of it. So the last day we did have rain. So that last day we just spent all day playing loteria,
Nice.
drinking coffee flavored mezcal,
Oh.
and we played outside too because it was nice like rain weather where you can be outside.
It's
And
like tropical.
and again, also she took us for carnitas where like each taco had 2 tortillas, but it was like jam packed with meat. So like I had like 5 tacos, but it was literally like 10 tacos probably.
So we got to go visit this tia next
Yeah,
week.
for real.
What's
So
she
what's
doing?
up,
What's she doing for the
Jesus tia?
holidays?
We had a chauffeur every day. Yeah.
That's awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm
like
glad
a
she didn't let
great
you
time.
guys rest. That's
Yeah,
the kind
and-
of vacation.
Yeah.
And she paid for everything too. And she's
That's
like, well,
really
and
nice.
this is why she
You want
told
to
me.
sponsor the pod? Ah.
We need new mic stands.
This is why she told me. It's like, oh, I can afford everything here. When I go to San Diego, I can't afford that. So I
So
want
it's
you
your
guys
turn.
to. You guys are gonna pay for
Yeah.
everything over there.
Shit.
I was like, oh, okay, fine.
Well, I hope you like the China super buffet.
She's just like, I can afford one day. So you can only come one day.
And I'll be your Uber, but you guys still got to pay me.
She's like, okay, I'll take you to Mexicali.
We did tell them because they've never gone. So we're just like, oh, we're gonna take you because I guess a lot of places don't have tacos de borrego. I don't know if they have them here in San Diego. Now that I think
I
about it,
don't think so. I think very few
Very
places
few
have
places,
borrego.
yeah.
because that's one of Pam's favorite, and she was asking for that the whole time we were in Cuernavaca and Tasco. It's like, oh, we don't do that. We do chivo and beef
Yeah.
here. So I was like, oh, well, then we need to take you to borrego and the Chinese food and all that. So, but yeah, it was fun. We went into Joan Sebastian's house.
I was like, wait,
Pause.
did you do something illegal?
Well,
happened?
technically, the guy can get in trouble, but
It's
Oh,
illegal.
because he let you in.
we because everyone in Juliantla knows each other, so they like for example, my tia's like the director of the school, and she's been there for 30 years. So
So
every kid, everyone that's
Has
been
gone
there,
through her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and there's only one school there, so they know her, the maestra. It's funny because like there's combis, taxis, and stuff, and so like if she sees a combi of a driver that she knows, like, hey, I don't want to walk up the hill, like.
Take
Me
me.
llévame.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, vente maestra, like this and that, like
That's
things like.
pretty. That's really.
I
neat,
love
yeah.
that about like small towns.
Yeah.
Like
And so like we knew the guy that took care of Joan Sebastian's house, gave us a little mini tour, took us inside, and he was just telling us like, oh, just don't post pictures because the family
Yeah.
gets mad because obviously like I shouldn't be letting people in,
Yeah.
things like that. Because apparently he let a YouTuber in a couple months back and posted and made money off of it. He got in trouble and now they're suing the YouTuber to try to get them money from that.
Damn,
thing,
I was about
so-
to say hashtag eligible for
For
commission.
real.
But we did
But
take,
never mind.
Yeah, we took pictures, but just for us, like
Yeah.
just like, oh, just keep it to yourself,
De
just don't
recuerdos.
post it. Yeah,
Yeah.
But that was
cool. I
fun.
wanna
Like
see.
we learned, and
I love him.
if you guys go to Julianta, you'll notice that the first half, once going in, is all Joan Sebastian's property. Like he owned that pretty much village. I don't know if you guys ever saw the show.
No,
No.
So, but
I didn't even know he had a show.
me neither.
Yeah, it was back in 2000s,
Oh, wow.
something like that.
The more you know.
Recently, when he passed away, right before he passed away, because his son did all the acting, and Joan Sebastian told his story. And then he passed away, but then the show came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty dope. You
That's
got to see
cool.
all the stuff,
That's
the insides.
Really, really cool.
It looked like a great time.
All right, so if we ever go there, we gotta hit up Jesus' tia.
Pero yo conozco a la maestra.
We'll just show up. ¿Y la maestra?
So now I have a question for Jesus. So a while back ago, you had said that why do girls like traveling and sightseeing? Now that you have a girlfriend and you've experienced this travel experience, do you still have the same mindset, or would you change it up a little bit now?
Yeah, like I mean, if it were my plans,
He's like, fuck.
Jesus is like, if I would have made these
Curveball.
plans, though.
like if I make plans,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go and do all that, right? I
Yeah.
didn't even go with itinerary. That's the thing. You know?
Yeah. You- no plan.
Like I just go like, I'm just gonna go hang out. But
But are you like more prone now to like want to make plans and do sightseeing
I just
stuff,
do whatever
or-
my girlfriend wants, man.
Well, don't we all?
Okay, so I think I get it. Like, you enjoy doing everything that you did, but you yourself would never plan to do it. Like, if somebody takes you and tells you, like, this is what we're doing, you're cool with it.
Yeah.
But you would never say, like, I want to go here, here, here. I want to see this waterfall. I want to go do that.
No.
Yeah. So I get it.
Yeah, my
Like-
dad's like that.
Like, si
Like-
lo llevan, va, and he
Mi pa va
enjoys
porque
it.
lo lleva mi ma, but he has a great time. But sometimes he's like walking around. He's like, I don't want to fucking see this shit.
Rather be gone.
I was happy playing loteria with mezcal though, like for hours that we were, so things like that. So,
Yeah.
but
A
I was also
balance.
happy
We need
visiting this
balance.
because the sightseeing was pretty awesome. I'm gonna admit. I'm gonna admit. So, it was insane. The views.
Yeah. How is your family in Acapulco?
So my family lives like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Acapulco. So they got the edge of the hurricane. So they're fine. Everyone was worried the day of because of communication was just down in general everywhere. Even our cellular stuff went down too that day.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
So, but the Wi-Fi was still working, which was weird. I wonder if I don't know, but that was weird.
That is weird, actually.
Yeah,
Aliens.
cellular went down. Maybe like the Telcel and stuff like that, but maybe just internet in general was working.
Yeah.
At least where we were. But over there and where my family was, none of that worked. We were just all worried because there was a hurricane 2015 and most of the towns flooded. This time, I guess, because they reconstructed most of those places. It didn't affect them as much. There was damage, but not as bad as Acapulco. Like even my parents' cabaña lost a couple palm trees, but none of their like doors or windows or anything like that broke. It was
Nothing
just
like the city.
That's good.
it's things that are fixable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not-
that's
like the house didn't fall down, like houses
Yeah.
or things that fell or hotels that got destroyed literally.
And all your
Acapulco.
family is okay.
How often?
Everyone's
does,
okay.
How often does that area have hurricanes?
Oh, this one was
So this is like a cyclone, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm
So
like
that's
no.
why
I'm,
it went. That's why it got so bad because
I'm like
they're
very-
not equipped for it.
I'm like very ignorant to that. Like part of the
yeah,
world.
it's like well, that one was. I mean, they get hit with storms frequently.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a tropical area.
Yeah, I was gonna
Because
say
like
they
it's
get
like
a lot of
like
tropical
Salvador
storms.
gets like a lot of earthquakes, but not a lot of like hurricanes or tropical. Well, sometimes they get tropical storms,
That's
but
the
not
thing is,
super bad.
they get that and earthquakes. It's just that part of Mexico is just
Yeah.
they get a lot
prone
of
to
all
fall.
that stuff.
But like this is one of the worst ones
Yeah.
that they've had in a
It
really
was
long
bad.
time.
yeah.
Yeah, like I said, the last flooding was like 9 years ago, 2015, around there.
But it wasn't like
Wasn't-
nearly as bad as this one. At least from what I was reading. Like
Yeah.
I don't remember the year of the last one that was like as bad as this one. But the last one that Jesus is referring to was really bad. Just I guess this one is like the worst that they've.
I think it
had
hit
going.
differently because the other time things flooded. Like, I don't know if you still go today. Because when I went to go visit after that storm, houses had like that watermark, like halfway up.
Oh, okay.
Like
Damn.
houses got flooded.
Bad.
So right, have you seen pictures and stuff? Did you look
No.
at? So I was looking at them today actually, and like all the buildings, like the building is there, but the windows every single window. Like there's a video where you just see the glass falling.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like everything is just.
Yeah, no, I haven't
This one
seen
was more like
anything.
wind and more wind. The other one was more like flood. And this one was more wind, which I guess they were not prepared for the wind side of it.
Like whatever
Destructed
the cyclone
everything.
is.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mother
But
Nature
I'm
is wild, yo.
I'm glad that your family is okay because
Everyone's fine. My parents are over there. They couldn't fly into Acapulco. They had to fly through the other side and then drive in through the opposite side.
They flew in after though, right? Like they weren't over there when it happened, or were they over there?
It was after, so yeah. Once I got back, I took them to the airport, like the next day.
Well, shout out Acapulco.
Pobrecito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hope.
It was really bad because like apparently there was like a line of cars. From what I remember correctly, there was a line of cars trying to get in or trying to get gas. And I don't remember is that they got assaulted. Like all the stuff that were supposed to be delivering to Acapulco got taken away. Like they beat
Like
up.
the help.
Yeah, all the stuff they was bringing in, things like that. Like it was just bad. And there or like the government was taking all the gas
Damn.
versus like the citizens, things like that.
That's sad.
Yeah, I don't have the details, so don't quote me, but it was things like that going on.
Yeah, that's sad. But hopefully,
Yeah.
They
I feel
get
like
help.
natural disasters just bring out the worst in fucking people.
yeah.
And it's like it's a scary thing to live. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's not that bad, but I don't know if you guys remember. Like a while back ago, we had those really bad wildfires. What was it like 2010,
Like
11?
Yeah,
yeah. Like
we had a recent one too. No?
something like that.
We've had a few in California,
Well, they
but there was
happen all the
one
time, but that-
in San Diego that was like
Oh, yeah.
it was like right super close to where we live right now. It was like
Yeah, where I can see it
super
from my
bad.
backyard.
Oh,
I just had to go up
could
the hill.
too.
Yeah, like all of the hills were burning. I remember my mom, like she picked me up from school and she was like crying. Costco was a fucking mess because everyone was getting gas.
Why does everybody go to Costco when there's a natural disaster?
Because it's cheap.
Taking all the toilet
Yeah.
paper and shit.
And like no one really knew where to go because it was kind of like it was like a half moon around San Diego, so there was really like nowhere we could really escape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that was pretty scary. But anyway, sad vibes. We're on good vibes here.
Good vibes only.
Oh man. So anything else that happened on your trip, GB?
That was the main thing. Had a lot of fun. Then we came back, and then I went straight to Mexicali the next day.
You just been out.
Yeah. We were supposed to go to a Halloween party, but it got postponed. So I helped my girlfriend move from Yuma to Calexico. So now she's an hour and a half away versus 3 hours.
Oh, well, cut it in half. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a lot nicer. I'm excited.
Wendy controls.
And she's excited
because
because she's next to her family now.
That's good.
Is she? We can cut this out if you don't want it on there. But is she still working at that job?
Yeah.
So she's commuting every day.
Yeah, she's still commuting.
Ugh.
She was driving 30 to 40 minutes anyways.
Oh.
So she'd rather drive 50 minutes from over here versus 30 to 40 from the other side.
Well, yeah. I didn't realize she was still driving that much.
Yeah.
Damn. That's still a lot.
But she had a Tesla now.
An hour? Really? It's a lot, but I don't feel like it's. You probably do 50 minutes right now.
But
I'm-
it's
yeah,
like
to
30,
avoid it,
40
don't worry.
minutes, no traffic. Like you're just cruising,
Oh, okay.
cruising at 70 miles per
Never
hour.
mind. That's different.
I got an hour of traffic home today.
For
Yeah,
traffic.
no, it's bad. It's bad.
I think it's worse when it's traffic.
My
traffic.
suegra always complains about like traffic at like 9 a.m. and I was like, dude, traffic's always gonna be traffic. And it's like I remember when I was working with my dad, it was like 6 a.m. and it would take me like an hour and a half to get to La Jolla.
Well, yeah, but she complains because like there wasn't traffic at 9 a.m.
Oh no,
before, like,
no,
now
no,
it's
no.
just getting
No, you
worse.
meant if
It's
it
just
like it's hard
always.
to like
Yeah.
to commute in traffic. No, yeah.
I go in at I have to be on site at 6, so I leave my house like 5. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I mean
it's
there's
still
there's
early
traffic
enough.
like it's not stop traffic though. It's just flowing, so I like it. And then on my way out, I usually like to leave by 12 because
Uy, sí, no.
yeah, like today I didn't leave till like 2, and it was so bad.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, anything after
Don't move
2.
to San Diego.
No, get the fuck
Yeah, no,
out of
it's
San
been,
Diego.
like,
It's
super
the most
bad.
expensive city
It's
in the
expensive.
country. Go away.
Like I said it before, like I have this like agreement with my boss that if I can leave the office by like 3, like I'm out.
Yeah.
Because it takes me like an
After
hour. It's
3,
like a solid hour to get home.
Yeah.
At least it's
But you
not
have to
LA
leave by,
bad.
like, 2.
Yeah.
I feel bad
What'd
for
you
my
eat?
employees because their job site hours is 6 to 3 or 6:30 to 3. Yeah.
So like they
That's
either leave
fine.
right at 3 and
Yeah.
like maybe not catch a lot. But
Yeah, it's not too bad. Because I used to come from from up Sorrento, I mean,
yeah.
from 3 is like maybe an hour most.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's true. I mean, it's really probably adds like 15 minutes to your commute, like 15, 20 minutes, because it's already, Sorrento is already like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes, 25 minutes without
20
traffic
minutes.
because I would leave 5:05 and I would get there right at 5:30.
So the reason Comadre Pao keeps saying 20 minutes, for those of you who are freaking confused, is that she has this thing that's actually came out.
It's so true,
It was
though.
a meme.
Somebody asked me about it. Somebody asked me, like, oh, how
Yeah.
far? Oh, when we were in Costa Rica. They're like, how far are you from Danny? Like 20 minutes. How far are you from work? Like 20 minutes. But then I thought about it, and it's super true. Like, I can go to Danny's house, which she's up north a little, 20 minutes. I can go to 3rd Avenue in Chula Vista, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, Meli's, you know, like everything, like you told me, I'm leaving Vaughn's by my house, and I looked at your location 15 minutes ago, and it almost took you 20 minutes to get to my house from Vaughn's. And she lives right down the street. So, like, that's why I was like, everything in San Diego was just 20 minutes. So, to me, everything's just 20 minutes.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah, 15
like no
minutes
traffic,
for
it's,
me to
yeah.
you guys.
Yeah. You see? Take you a minute or two more, you just round 20 minutes.
Once it gets to
you
15.
get a red light for a little too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 minutes. It's everything in San Diego is 20 minutes. Like it takes
Except
me,
during traffic hour.
except during traffic hour, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So that's why I kept saying 20 minutes in the background. Sorry, guys.
Like, they're not going to know.
Love it.
And then
We're
We-
gonna. Oh wait,
we're in a what?
what were you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
Go.
I was going to start talking about glamorous.
Oh no, we're gonna leave you with suspense. We're gonna take a break.
Oh, you got to pee?
We're gonna take a break and then come back and talk about Glamis.
Jesus, pause.
Pause.
Huevos.
All right, we're back.
What's up, guys? We're back. Oh, nice clap.
Thanks.
Clap, 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 clap it up.
All right, we left you in suspense long enough. The moment you've all been waiting for.
Comadreando.
Nah. The reason you guys are listening to this podcast.
The
Just
majority of
kidding.
you.
Just kidding.
We almost died. Just kidding. We're survivors. We did not almost
We're
die.
Hashtag Glamis survivors.
Yeah.
We didn't almost die. It was the safest accident I've ever been in.
For real.
You wore your helmets.
We
Yeah.
wore helmets, goggles, kept my hands inside.
We did every safety precaution ever.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know, we had a friend Glamis trip over the weekend, or for the Halloween weekend, which is the opening of sand dune season out in the Imperial Dunes. No one knows where that is. It's by Brawley. If no one knows where that is, by passing
Google it, bro.
Calexico.
Open your maps.
If no one knows where the heck that is, it's almost by Arizona.
Wait, but there is a Glamis, Arizona,
Yeah.
so don't get it confused.
So we went out there, a lot of fun. This was Bao's actual first
My
time
first time,
out there.
yeah. Oh my God, it was so much fun.
I hadn't been back in years.
Like what, like 6-7 years?
Yeah, about. And I had been wanting to go back ever since we've been.
So,
like-
yeah, you would always say
Yeah, I
it.
would
and
always
was
talk
like,
to you
The
about
past few
it.
times that I went, you
Yeah.
were like, take me.
and every
Yeah.
time Meli would go, we'd be like, take us,
Yeah.
take us. And then for one reason or another, we couldn't go.
Yeah,
Or she,
it's
like-
also well, it's also too your your nephew's birthday.
Yeah, so I like also don't like
you
not being here that
prioritize
weekend.
that. Yeah,
And well, Meli and her family go a lot,
Yeah.
so
But
I knew a lot about it because of her.
yeah, but I love it. I'm like a sand bunny. Like I could live out there. Like,
Did you guys go last year?
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Oh
we
my
did. I remember.
It is on, right?
Hello.
Oh yeah.
I'll scoot forward. Yeah, we did go out there because I
Yeah.
remember I was in charge of the dinner. So my
Oh.
parents
Oh, was
went
it for
out there,
Thanksgiving?
and
Yeah.
I went out there, and then I cooked
Oh,
everything
that's
at.
true.
They went out there. I cooked everything at home, and I took the whole dinner made.
Yeah, that is true. I remember that actually.
I haven't been it for Halloween weekend in a long time because my dad doesn't like it. He says it's too reckless.
I understand why he doesn't
it
like
is
it for sure.
So the last time I went, it was not as packed, and a lot of people didn't really. I mean, they knew about Glamis, but it wasn't as. It's not like popular, or I don't even know. I think it's like hyped.
It's always been kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel
I just feel like for like people our age,
yeah,
they
Yeah.
all started going a lot more recently.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
yeah,
because
I,
yeah, 'cause
I do
you-
remember like a lot. Sorry, baby, like a lot of like old timers,
Yeah.
or like a lot of like gringos and like
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, baby.
Yeah, no, well, that's what I was saying is that a lot of people that have like the Can-Ams and the ATVs and all the toys, like you're older with more money, you
Yeah.
know? So like all of us or younger than us, like you're all there with your family's stuff because you're most likely don't own a Canon. And if
Yeah.
you do, what you do, let me know.
You let us know because we want one.
But yeah, so it was my first time. I had a blast. I feel like we both need to give our point of views. Like they're completely different point of views of the whole accident.
Yeah. You know what?
Because you actually saw it. Like
Yeah.
you knew it was coming. I had no idea.
I did see it coming, and honestly, shout out Junior.
Yeah, shout out Junior. He was driving amazing. Like he
yeah,
was doing great.
he was doing a great job. It was
Well,
not his
hold on,
fault.
let's
Oh, wait.
rewind,
Oh, let's rewind.
and talk about getting there.
Oh yeah,
The
so
whole
Glamis was
experience.
fine. I was like hyped up for like months. As soon as we became a group chat, and I was like, all right, bet. Then it salió del chat.
Yeah.
Y ahí íbamos en
Y se
camino.
hizo.
We
Se hizo
packed the
la
van, we
carne
packed the car, we packed the Jeep.
Another vlog we weren't able to.
Yeah,
finish.
but that happened. That not purposely.
We had a lot
Yeah.
of vlog content for this
We
one
did,
for
yeah.
sure. But you'll find out. In a
So I
little
started
bit why
getting the
it
Jeep
happened.
ready, which was like, to me, kind of like the most. Some of the part that excites me the most. So I'm like, okay, I need this. Like I need
Fixing up the car.
the shocks. I need to like check my oil. Need to make sure my rig in general is dune ready.
He ordered some
Yeah.
big ass Vive con Huevos flags
Yeah.
and an
I
LED
love that.
light.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so I got
whip.
my whip, which was a lot bigger than I expected it to
was
be.
fucking huge.
Originally, though, that whip was supposed to be in the back by the back tire, so like half of it was supposed to be covered
car.
by the car, but the electrical cord wasn't long enough to reach.
So you had to.
So
place
I had to rewire it to the front. So it was just, they looked fucking ginormous in the
This
front.
whip going back and
Raul
forth.
just called it the big ass dildo.
But it was cool. I
Yeah.
mean, you wouldn't lose us.
Yeah,
yeah.
The big ass Vive con Huevos flag and the.
Well, that's what
and the whip.
one of the people that we went with said. It was like, well, at least we know it's you.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. Then getting there, that's always a trip because you just want to get there already.
Yeah,
You know, you're
and it
like-
was a nice drive too.
Did you
We
guys
didn't
hit
really get
traffic?
traffic.
No. I was
No,
gonna ask.
I was expecting to get more traffic than what we did, but not a lot. And
feel like we got there-
right at sunset, so
Yeah.
we didn't like drive in the dark or anything.
I feel like
Found
we got there at
everything.
like a perfect time because the next morning we took
Oh,
a
yeah.
boys trip. I don't know. We went to the
Well, we just drove around, but no,
were-
I think you did take the boys. Trip
yeah. We
first.
took the boys trip to the bathroom, and it was packed. It was starting to get packed, and then Bao and I went to go fill up with gas and work, which was like about like a 15-20 minute drive to like the nearest gas station.
We
And
got
on
a
our
little
way,
bit of
yeah, we got a
traffic.
little bit of traffic, but on the way back, like trailer after trailer after
Yeah.
trailer.
So Thursday for
So,
sure is it?
yeah.
I mean, you
This-
leave Friday.
Yeah, y'all get there Friday. And then we got there. We had luckily we were with a really good group. And
Yeah, we
then-
got really lucky for sure.
Because I feel like it would have been a lot. The experience would have been a lot different if it was just the main group of people that we.
Yeah, so we
Originally planned it with
initially
it.
planned it with like what was it, like 12 of us? Mm-hmm. Yeah, just
Think so.
about 12 of us, and we rented an RV and the whole thing, right? Because
Yeah.
we were like, okay, we do want to camp and everything, but like we also want to be able to shower and like have a bathroom and not have to go to the washes because I've heard they're pretty gross. So we just didn't want to do all that. So we rented an RV. We all fit in there super comfortably. Actually, the RV
Yeah.
was really, really nice. Shout out compadres for taking care of that because they came through. And then when we were on our way up there, one of our friends was like that planned it with us was like, hey, I have a group of friends and their family. Like they said, we could like
Camp with
park
them.
with them. So we were like, okay, cool, let's do it. And it just so happens that I actually know her from high school. So like we kind of had like, just like, oh, it was funny because like when she saw me.
FOMO.
When she saw me, she was like, hey, how are you? Blah, blah. And then I think Stacy was like, do you guys know each other? And I was like, well, I don't know if we know each other, but I feel like I know you, like because of Meli. And she's like, I said the same thing. Like, I know who you are and I see you all the time, but I don't know if we know each other.
The two Paulinas in my life.
Yeah. So that was cool. And then like her family was really cool. I really
Yeah.
love that she took her little girls. I think it's so cool that like they take them everywhere.
It was like super cute watching
Yeah.
the little ones on the little
oh, they
little
had little
ATVs.
ATV. Oh,
Yeah.
my heart, my ovaries were like pounding.
Do it.
Not yet.
Can-Am first.
So then that was all like Thursday, Friday, right?
Yeah.
And then so Friday during the day we went up to the hills. So we saw it during the day, which was like cool and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But like the nighttime is like when it's
fun
like
part.
the fun part and all the lights and like the LED whips, they look so beautiful. It's like
The videos did not do it justice.
No, it
playground.
doesn't. But like when we were driving into Glamis, I was like, wow, like it was just such a cool feeling, you know? Like it really, I don't know how to explain it, but it was just like, I can't believe I've been missing out on this my entire life. And I think it really helped like the time that we got there because the sky was beautiful. Like there was a few ATVs on the side and like, ya veías la luna.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I have this perfect image in my mind. So yeah, like the whole weekend I was like, no, this is amazing. And like, I'm not a camping kind of girl. Like I don't really like being sandy all fucking weekend, you know, like, but
when you're there, you don't even think of it.
No,
like,
you really
te tiras
don't.
en la tierra and you're fine.
Yeah,
like,
like
you know?
seriously,
Yeah.
people were laying in the sand. You know, like it was just like, no, you really don't think about it. And it was really nice to like, I mean, aside from the fact that we didn't have phones, you didn't really have service out there. So it was just kind of nice to like disconnect and like connect with the people that were there because you had no choice. Like, we're going to just sentarte toda amargada y no hacer nada, pues no,
Yeah.
you know?
It's kind of like what we've said about the podcast. Like, when else do you really sit down with people and like
talk?
yeah,
and,
like connect for like an hour, like yet alone 4 days.
Yeah.
You know, that was pretty neat.
I think you said it, no? You were like, it's like a true disconnect from reality out there.
Yeah, it is. But it's nice. I don't know. I love Glamis. I grew up there as a little kid, and it's so fun.
Yeah. No, I agree. I wish I would have grown up there as a little kid. Now I'm determined
To have
go
little
back every
kids.
year and take them.
Yeah.
My dad was like, ¿Ya se va a antojar la panina ir? I was like, yes.
Yeah.
He's like, ¿No se le quitó el antojo?
No, I want to keep going. But yeah, okay.
So yeah, so the whole weekend experience was fun, and like I said, it was like really nice to disconnect. And we got there, first night we got lit.
I didn't get that lit because I didn't want to ruin my weekend.
Yeah.
So I got lit, but not that lit. Like I woke up okay.
And then
Oh, we did though. We danced El Caballo Dorado in the
Oh,
sand.
yeah.
That shit was hard. I was like, that was a fucking workout. I'm the only one that recorded that, and Will, that video
Valió.
fucking lost.
Did you? Oh.
'Cause
Okay, wait.
nothing
Did you
backed
guys
up.
run up a hill or anything?
No,
No.
that's
Okay,
one thing. we
that's
didn't
a
do.
fucking
no.
workout.
But the Caballo Dorado felt like I ran up a hill. That shit was hard. I was like, wow, this is the whole last work. Se me bajó la peda. I was like, no, pues ya estoy bien.
I just want to say my DJ skills were on point though.
Yeah, everybody kept.
Yeah.
One of the guys we were with actually started calling you
Yeah,
DJ.
DJ.
He was like, because I
Hey,
was like,
DJ.
oh, Mario. And he's like, who's Mario? And I was like, Mario. And he was like, oh, DJ. And then I just became DJ's girlfriend. But yeah, so that was fun. And then Friday night we went up to the hill
Yeah.
again. Pero ya en la noche, and like that was cool. Like íbamos en caravana con ATVs y todo el show.
Felt like we were in a gang.
Yeah, it felt like Mad Max. Who
you're
said it?
mobbing
Mad
it.
Max.
Raul,
Raul
yeah.
said it. He was like, it feels like we're in Mad Max. You know, it's like, it really does feel that way.
Yeah.
Dude,
'Cause
I saw so many nice Can-Ams out
Yeah, I
there.
know. Oh, I don't know if you saw there was a
crazy.
Urus out there.
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah.
it. No, you saw it? Like
I
physically
didn't see
saw
it. I just saw
Oh.
the it's like all over my TikTok.
Oh yeah, it's all over my
Yeah.
TikTok too. And so whatever, I had been in a Can-Am before, but never there. Like I think it was like San Felipe or something. But I asked Mario, I was like, hey, like relatively, like how safe are they? Like they're pretty safe, right? And Mario was like, yeah, I mean, you're like strapped in, you have the roll cage, like because I kept seeing Can-Ams flip, and I was like, that was my question, is because I kept seeing it happen. So I was like, all these people, like if it keeps happening, you know it's gonna happen
Yeah.
eventually. So like you're not doing it thinking like, oh, we're gonna roll and we're gonna die. Like we're gonna roll and we're gonna be okay, right? So that's why I was asking. And then like 10 minutes later, Mario was like, come on, let's go. We're going to go on a ride. So I was like, oh, fuck, okay. And I grabbed one of our friends and I was like, come on, let's go. Because I had told her, I was like, if I go, like, I want to go with you. And she was like, okay, cool. Katya.
Yeah.
So then we grabbed our helmets and our goggles. And I bought goggles for this week. I didn't buy a helmet because it didn't get here on time, but our compadres bought some and we like shared them
Yeah.
because we didn't really ride at the same time.
And then they didn't have goggles. So
And they
it
didn't have
came in
goggles,
clutch,
so
yeah.
we shared, yeah. I know, I honestly just didn't even, I was like, fuck it, lo que traigo, si no, ahí lo encuentro, no sé.
I should have gone.
I know, it's okay. Next year.
Or next weekend.
No, not next year. You don't have to go just on
I know.
Halloween.
I guess that's
you
true.
know?
That's why I just said next weekend.
It's a whole season.
That's true, I forget that it's a whole season. It's
Yeah.
through April, no?
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
anyways.
think I've spent my
I've always
birthday
wanted to
out
go
there.
through I've always wanted to go to New Year's.
Oh.
New Year's is fun too. We just don't like going on big holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Muy
'cause
desma-
everyone
es
gets
muy
there,
desmadre.
Yeah. Oh, so we get there on Friday.
Yeah.
And Raul was like, I expected there just to be like a plethora of Can-Ams. And there were a lot, but I couldn't understand what he was saying. Se veían más en el piso y menos en la
In the
montaña,
dunes,
en el dune. Pero siento que también porque ya que subimos entendí que están un poquito más atrás también y no se ven tanto. But then Saturday night, that shit was wild. I was like, is this what you thought it was going to be like last night? He was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, this was like, I don't think I would have gone on the Can-Am on Saturday, even if the accident wouldn't have happened Friday.
Yeah.
Because it did look a little, and like, I don't know, I feel like all people were drinking all day. Like, ya llegaron todos y ya están tomando.
Yeah.
So that's the part my dad doesn't like.
Yeah.
That it's like, yeah, go out and ride, have fun. But a lot of the, like, our generation, they go out there and, like, they're drunk, they're doing drugs,
They
and
think
they're
they're
riding,
fine.
you know? And, like, yeah, like, you know, I get it. You think you're fine, but
You're not.
at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you're not.
Yeah.
And
No,
it
you
can
shouldn't be
get scary.
driving and
Yeah.
and drinking. So that, yeah, Saturday for sure. I was like, I don't think I would go up even if like yesterday wouldn't have happened.
Okay, wait, go back to the accident.
But
Yeah.
Friday, go ahead. You can give your point of view first.
Yeah, so Friday I asked Junior, and I was like, hey, I mean, I noticed that he was out and like, he was
Giving
really,
rides.
Yeah, giving rides, and out of everybody, I think he was the one that like I maybe trusted the most.
Yeah, he's pro.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, pues, qué pedo, pues, vamos, and he's like, yeah, we'll go. So I went to go get Pao got Katia, and we went up. And we did like unas 3 vueltas.
Sí, dimos 3. Ya íbamos en la cuarta.
Yeah, and we went up like one more time.
Up.
Yeah, up the hill.
Competition
Yeah,
hill.
yeah. And then we went up, and then on the last one, as we
hauling
were
ass.
coming down, we were hauling ass. But like as we were coming down, some idiot was coming up in the same fucking lane that everybody is going down, and that's where it all just kind of went wrong. Not for Junior, but like just in general.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
like
yeah.
what you were just saying is like people are just fucking stupid. They're out there. They're not really like paying attention, or they don't really. So like what I've noticed too, I'm gonna leave you on a cliffhanger again. Is on Saturday when we went, all the people who were trying to go up in cars
Yeah.
Oh.
were going up on. If you're looking at the hill, on the left side of the hill,
Yeah.
which is where everybody's coming down. And there were so many instances where like
Yeah.
cars were like about to flip or just hit Can-Ams, where it's like, dude.
Or they would get stuck and
Yeah.
like the Can-Ams were just coming at the
Yeah.
cars. And I was like, oh my God, dude, I would be
Yeah,
shitting bricks.
but
if I
like
was
for
them.
me, it's like for the people who are going up, it's like, do you not see the amount of people coming
Down on that side.
On that
Yeah.
side, like, are you that fucking stupid?
Also, I don't think people in cars should be going up. Leave that shit for the Can-Ams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Honestly, if you guys were at competition hell, I don't understand why there's cars trying
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
go up.
And there was
And that's
so
the part that
many.
I'm saying. It's like the irresponsible, reckless shit
Yeah.
that, you know, like, yeah, I get it. You don't have a Can-Am, but really, like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you doing trying to put your car up
Yeah.
there?
Because one of the guys that we were with, like, he was really cool and like he was good, like he was smart, like he
Yeah.
knew what he was doing. But he was like, I just want to see if my car makes it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not the time.
Yeah,
like, it's just
that's
not the
something you
time.
do like during the day when no one's there, when it's not full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and to me, and we did go up there. We went to go look for Bao's phone actually the
Wait,
day
well,
after.
let's go
Oh
back.
yeah. Sorry.
We could
So
say
we're going
that.
down, right? And some idiot is coming up in the same fucking lane that we're going down. So in order to avoid doing like a head-on collision, Junior swerves to the right. The other driver swerves to his right, so we're like past each other, right? Kind of like Maverick style. But we were really close to the side of the dune where it like slopes up, that we hit the dune at a wrong angle. And as soon as he felt that we were going up, he went back left. And I think that whip of like that quick back and forth made the Can-Am like flip over. But it all just happened super fucking
happened
fast.
so
All I saw,
fast.
all I saw was Junior go right and then left, and then I went wee, and then whapa.
So like,
I didn't know it was on the hill that you guys.
Yeah,
were.
it was
That's-
like halfway down the hill.
Yeah. That's
so we
scary.
were like almost at the top of the hill and like we rolled like halfway, down the
down.
hill. Yeah, it was like a solid 3 to 4 rolls.
Fuck.
So like I didn't see it coming at all. Well, tú lo viste como que dijiste que agarraste tus cosas and you
Yeah.
were like,
You
fuck
tense
it.
up.
Yeah, so as soon
Because
as
you know what's gonna
so as
happen.
soon as I saw it, and I was like, "Fuck!" and I was like, "I really hope I told Bao what to do." So I grabbed my phone and I held it for like dear life because like
Yeah.
I was like recording, and I was like, "Fuck no, I'm not paying another $1,000 right now." So I grabbed it, me hice bolita, y aparte que estoy alto, like I know to put my legs in because
Yeah.
if like the front crushes, like there go my fucking legs. So I was like, okay, me hice bolita, and then I was like, so I just felt it, like I tucked in my neck.
Yeah.
Like I did everything that I knew. I kind of knew what to do. And then as soon as we ended the roll and we we ended on the side where like me and Katia that was right behind me on the passenger
were on
side,
the side.
we were like
And I
on
was,
the
like,
floor
hanging.
and I was hanging. But as soon as I felt everything just stop, I like relaxed and it was like,
But okay, so do you not know what happened to your phone, or are you assuming you like held onto it so tight it
so
broke?
from what I remember, I was holding on to it, but in the initial,
Turn
one of the initial flips, I hit
the roll cage.
the roll cage because I still, well, it's not that bad anymore, but my thumb was bruised.
Yeah.
And you probably hit your like the seatbelt stuff if you
Oh,
had
yeah.
it on like this,
Yeah.
like the
Well,
impact
originally
from it.
in the first flip, I don't know how, like my hand went up, but then I went back down.
Yeah.
But
So that's
I
when
do
you hit
remember
it.
hitting the roll cage because my thumb was fucking like all this was like blue.
Yeah,
Like, you can
did.
still
You
kind of
could see it that it was like, and como hinchadito.
Yeah. So my original thought was I hit the roll cage y del impacto, like I just broke my phone with my hand.
Yeah.
And then I went back down because where I was holding the phone is where the impact
That's-
was.
yeah.
Yeah, because it was like fully shattered. Like, and sí cierto, because like where your thumb would be, there was the shatter, like the
Yeah.
and like his screen, like the sensor just didn't work. Like at least he had it, but
Yeah.
it didn't work.
Yeah.
So then, like my point of view, I had no idea that it was happening
Yeah.
because yo andaba en mi show, so my phone, I don't have any more storage on my phone, but I pay for like the 2 terabytes of iCloud storage,
Yeah.
so I always have storage. But since there was no service out there, nothing
there
was
was-
backing up. So mid ride, my phone ran out of storage, and I was like, "Fuck!" But Mario had told me, "You're the one that has to record because I'm on aux." So I was like, "Okay." And honestly, when I saw it, I was like, "Fuck it, ni modo. Sorry, babe. Like, we're not gonna have any more vlog content because I'm just gonna enjoy the moment." And I did. I was enjoying the moment. I think that happened on like the second turn, and then on the third one, everything just looked so beautiful that I felt like I was on drugs, but I
Yeah.
wasn't, right? But
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
just
yeah,
looked
yeah.
so beautiful. I was like, oh my God, no, I have to take this video. And so I turned to Katia and I was like, let me borrow your phone. So she let me borrow her phone. I recorded exactly what I wanted to record. Y lo bueno que dejé de grabar cuando dejé porque I had my arms out.
Oh, God.
Like I was recording out, right? Because I wanted to get the
Yeah,
view.
yeah, yeah.
And there was a firework, so I specifically wanted to get the firework. So then whatever, I finished recording and I came back in and I turned to Katia to give her phone. And then like
That's when
I
it
felt and then I felt it and I was like, oh shit. And I out loud I said, oh shit, this is really happening. But by the time I finished saying happening, we were already like,
Yeah,
you know,
it was already rolling.
Yeah.
and like we like whatever, yeah, caímos, and so like mid roll, probably like the second turn over, my phone flew out of my hand, and like since I had both of our phones, I was like, okay, well, protect Katia's phone at all costs. Like I'll get my I'm responsible
Yeah,
for
yeah,
her
yeah.
phone right now, so I was like, no, ni modo, and like I didn't even try to like grab it or anything. I was like, no, pues that's it. But I do have this like vivid image of my phone just going whoop in front of me with a bunch of sand, like just like sand everywhere, phone gone. And I was like, holy shit. And then we finally landed. And all I remember doing is turning and looking at Katia, and Katia doesn't have a fucking helmet on. And I was like, holy shit. Like, I think I really forgot about everything in that
And,
moment because I
yeah.
was just like, I just need to make sure she's okay because where the fuck is her helmet? Y la pobre gata, she just had sand everywhere. Like, her whole face, she was like a layer of sand in her face, her hair. And I was like, oh my God. And I turned, I was like, Katia, are you okay? And she looked at me, she's like, I'm okay. What happened? And I was like, well, like we rolled,
Yeah.
or you're okay. Like, what do you feel? And she's like, no, I'm fine, I'm good. And I was like, okay. And she had her hand in the sand, but it must have been just like when they landed. So I was like, oh my God, her hand. But no, she was fine. And like, yo creo que del shock de todo que pasó, everything happened really fast. As soon as we landed, Junior got out and there was a bunch of people around us and they started flipping the Can-Am. And Katya's like, can I get out now? And I was like, no, wait. Like, I didn't know what was happening, you know? But I
Yeah.
think she was just like in shock
Freaking
too,
out,
and
yeah.
like kind of like internally freaking out because she held herself like pretty stable.
Yeah.
I think I would have freaked out a lot more if I like knew that my helmet wasn't on my head. And then whatever, they flipped us over, and by the time they got us out of the Can-Am, all the guys were there. Like they all went up in their trucks,
Yeah.
and I was like, holy shit! Like you guys were all here.
There's no pause. When
There-
we see something
no.
like that, it's go.
And it was like crazy to me because like it took us forever in the Can-Am to get up the hill because of all the traffic. So I was like, y'all really said like good luck everybody
yeah,
else.
yeah.
Like I go now. So yeah, and then that happened, and then I was like, oh, I lost my phone. And everybody was like, let me look for it. I was like, no, because my biggest fear was that somebody was going to be looking for my phone and a
get run
Can-Am was
over.
going to come and run them over or something was happening. I was like, I don't give a fuck about the phone. Like, I just, everybody like, let's go back down. But the whole time we were flipping in the Can-Am, I was like, wow, I feel really safe. This feels like a ride.
Someone give Disney this experience.
This experience, seriously. Like,
Leaves a review on Can-Am. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Would flip again.
No, it's because
if you're strapped on right and your car's well equipped, you don't feel like doesn't feel unsafe because you feel secure.
Yeah. It was actually scarier because like they took us out of the Can-Am and they didn't want us to be in the Can-Am when they took it back down because they probably just didn't know like if something had happened or whatever. So we went back down in the trucks, and seriously, that was scarier to me in the truck, like sliding down, than the whole time that we were rolling down the hill in the Can-Am, because I just, like, en la camioneta no traes casco, no traes el cinto, no traes nada, y pues si se voltea la camioneta, ahí sí valiste madre, ¿no? So I was just like, okay, like, I understand, like, these little sand buggies are really, like, built for this. But now I definitely understand why they tell you, like, when you get into a car accident, they tell you to go to the hospital even if you don't feel anything. Because in the moment, I was like, I'm solid. And then, like, 2 hours later, I was like, holy shit. Everything hurts. I feel like I fucking got ran over by a truck. But I mean, thankfully we were all okay. Katia too. Like we all put ice on like our necks when we got back. And
you didn't get, I feel like since you knew it was happening, I feel like you were more prone to getting hurt just because you tense up.
No, I was actually, surprisingly, I was fine up until I think like Saturday. I feel like I was like on flight or fight mode. And I was like, as long as my girl's okay, and Katia, because the whole helmet thing really scared me.
Of course.
Not even gonna lie. And I was like, fuck, did this girl get a concussion? Like when we got back to
we're
camp.
like, no te duermas.
We got back to camp, and I was like, Katia, don't fall asleep for like at least another hour. Because we were all just kind of like, once we got back to camp, I was like, And I was like, fuck, like I don't want to do anything right now. But like Saturday.
It's scary.
But not until Saturday, I was like, fuck, my shoulder hurts a little bit. Like, then my bruises started like popping up.
He has like random bruises all over.
Like one on my titty. I was like, how did that get there?
That is one thing. I only have one on my shoulder right here, and you can't really even see it. It wasn't a big bruise, but Katia got some pretty So she was complaining about the seatbelt y como que le lastimó aquí abajo. And she does have a really big bruise. But I think, so Saraí was saying, because Saraí and Raúl had ridden it, but earlier in the day. And it also bothered her, like just during the ride. So I'm thinking maybe that seatbelt was just like in an awkward
or tighter,
position.
not placed right.
Yeah, no, and then the bruises, and then I just got like a scrape on my knee. But that was, I was wearing shorts.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully we all walked out of there perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Now we have a story. Honestly, like, I don't feel like it was very scary, but like, I still got out of there thinking like I'd still go back on the Can-Am, like I wouldn't not do this again just because this happened. But I definitely wouldn't have done it on Saturday because I could see like there's so many Can-Ams were flipping that day. We just kept seeing like flip after flip after flip.
And then the people on the ATV, that was, I don't know if you were there for that one, or I don't remember if that was during the day or we saw it after. There was a ATV that was going up like straight up the middle. And then when it was coming down, it was hauling ass. But when you get to like one part, it's like towards the end, it starts, it starts waving. So yo creo que le pegó mal, and you just see the ATV go. Just
No, I
flips
didn't
like
see
4 or
that.
5 times.
Yeah, that's scary.
The ATVs are scary because you don't have a roll cage.
Yeah, people that go up there in their ATVs, like
y en la noche no los ves, and I'm like, that's scary, dude.
It's
like,
such a thrill though.
Yeah, I'm sure, but fuck.
Like
You've
I
done
remember
the ATV.
Yeah, when I was my dad, when we were little, back then it was lawless.
so
you
Mad
would
Max.
Right now it just feels lawless.
You would ride doubles, and my dad used to have a Banshee, those loud ass ones, and he would ride up, and we would ride up with him, and it's a thrill. It's like,
Yeah,
I remember one time I was riding with him on his ATV, not up there because we weren't huge fans of going to that hill because it's just too crazy.
Yeah.
But we were riding in the dunes, and I was like, slow down, because my helmet was getting loose. And he thought I was saying go faster. So he's like, go faster. And then he stops, and I'm like, I can't breathe. And he's like, what happened? He's like, you were saying go faster. I was like, no, I was telling you to stop. And that's why you don't ride doubles.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, there's a bunch of signs now that say like
can't
no
ride
riding
doubles,
doubles
yeah.
on ATVs.
Your cookie's gonna fall.
Oh, thank you.
I saved the cookie.
So my dad actually got in an accident, and you know how you were like, I would do it again. Like I think for him it was a little more traumatizing because he was a driver.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Junior for sure
So
was like.
that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Is too is before that. It's like shout out Junior. Like honestly, bro, like it was not your fault. Honestly, I've never felt that safe.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Before.
you, like so
Yeah.
safe.
But he was.
Because
Estaba un poco
he
traumado,
know he knew what to do.
Yeah.
He knew what was happening.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's scary because it's like the way like how my dad explained it is it's like it's not me. Like he had his brother, his nephew, a friend.
Es la responsabilidad.
Yes.
de la gente
So like
contigo.
when he crashed, he knew. So they ended up flying off of sand dune because something in the pedal got loose and it got stuck. So he flew off the sand dune.
At the right there at the
At
the hill.
Glamis. No, not at the
just
hill.
okay.
I just in Glamis on a bowl. And no one knew what was happening, so they were fine. But my dad knew, like,
Yeah.
we're about to fucking fly into the middle of this bowl, and they flew in and they flipped. But my dad got super tense because he knew what was
Yeah.
happening,
Yeah.
and he ended up like.
Pretty
He
messed up.
was pretty bad for a while, and like mentally, he
Yeah.
like it took him a long time to
remember
like
you did
take
tell me
us
that.
out on rides. I'm like, come on, Dad. He's like, I don't want to, and I'm like,
Yeah.
but I
es que
get
sí.
it, you know, it's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah, es una responsabilidad
Yeah.
muy grande, la verdad. Y es como yo le dije, like I told Junior, I was like, dude, nobody gets in a Can-Am not knowing
That
that
there's a
there's a
risk.
possibility of that. And the possibility is pretty fucking high.
Especially in Can-Ams.
Yeah.
Like they're fun and
Oh,
everything,
that's
but they are prone to flipping. Everybody knows this. Like they're gonna flip.
yeah. It definitely seemed like so many were just kind of
Yeah.
roly-poly-oly out there.
Yeah. Well, not even, I mean, I don't want to compare a Can-Am to the Jeep, but even the Jeeps are like super prone to
Yeah.
flip.
Yeah.
And then, because I remember some of the guys, they're like, take the Jeep up to the hill, take the Jeep to the hill. And I was like, dude, first of all, this is my dating. Second of all, have you not seen how many Jeeps flip? Like with air, like just with the wind? Like
Yeah.
we were coming back, and the last day there was a really bad sandstorm. Like it got really
so
windy,
bad.
and we were driving through the mountains, and you could just feel the Jeep go. Woo.
Did you guys get stopped in that traffic? I have a lot of friends that went out there for like
No,
older
luckily we
friends.
didn't.
They were pulled over on the side of the road for hours.
At one point,
Because,
I
like,
We
kinda-
left a little later.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, we
Yeah,
thankfully
that's
didn't.
probably
At one point, I did feel like I needed to stop.
Stop.
Yeah. But
'Cause
like
I-
far, like
'cause
we were
in La
pretty far
Sierra,
out.
no?
Sí,
Yeah, it
'cause
gets pretty bad.
we weren't even going that fast. I think I was going like 70, but the wind was pushing the Jeep like.
I remember I was driving my dad's truck once
Yeah.
through that. He was drunk in the in there. So he's like, Meli, slow down if you have to. And I'm like, I'm fine. After the Sierra, my hands hurt
Yeah.
from how hard I was
The
gripping the
tension, yeah.
steering wheel because that shit was like moving the truck.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
it's
wild.
scary.
On the first day we went out just like riding through during the day just to like see it, and we were in the Jeep, and like Alex was on his ATV, and
Ozzy was
Ozzy
in
took
it.
the ATV and Alex was in his truck. I don't know, we were just like just driving around, and when we were coming back we came up this little hill, but I wasn't paying attention, and I think I was changing the song or something, and
Thumbs
then
up.
and then Mario just goes, verga. And I looked up, and we're like sliding. I was like, no, because all I could think was that like the Jeep. I mean, because I know that Jeeps are prone to rolling, and he was just like, fuck it, like Jesus, take the wheel, and he let the Jeep just roll, like just like slide down, and like thankfully we made it and everything.
Yeah.
It really wasn't a big hill, but it was
Yeah.
like you were fine, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden
it's-
like, oh
it's
shit, Alex didn't do it. He like turned back around because he was like, no, my truck will, and I mean his truck is a lot longer and stuff,
Yeah.
so like.
Yeah, so as soon as we got to the top, oh shit, sorry, Jesus. So I saw Alex was in front of us, and as soon as he got to the top of the hill, I saw him stop.
Yeah.
And I was like, because the whole
he kept
time,
braking.
the whole fucking weekend, he kept on braking on the hills.
Yeah.
And
He
I
was
was like,
always
bro,
in
I'm
front.
right behind you. Stop braking.
Yeah.
So I saw him braking, and I let go of the gas, and I was like, I'm going to see what he does. And he stopped, and I was like, okay, that's weird. So I was like, I'm just going to go. So we get up to the top, and I can't see the bottom because you're at an angle.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the Jeep is fucking huge. I can't see over. I'm like, full send. And then we're creeping down, and I see how steep it is, and I was like, that's when I said, better get.
Because you just said it so like, well, like,
It's happening.
I was like, oh,
Can't
my
fight it
God.
now.
And then once we get to the bottom, I was like, okay, I got to turn a little bit, because if not, then if you hit it like straight
Yeah,
forward,
you're
then
gonna-
you're gonna
Yeah, that was funny. It was Raul and Sara. You were in the back too, and they were both like, "Bro," as soon as he said that, because they couldn't really see either, and I was like, "Oh
They were
my
like,
God."
fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was funny.
It was funny, like at one point in the weekend. So Saturday was the worst day. And that day we went out like that was the Mad Max day. That was
Yeah.
like the
That
day
was
that we went
wild.
out in gangs. Like it was the Jeep. One of Alex's friends took the truck, and then our other friend
It was
took
the two other trucks.
the two other trucks. Yeah, took the other truck, and then we had like
It was Paulina's truck.
then we had I think like 5 people on ATVs. And because we already knew like it was gonna be a shit show to get to the hill. They're like, okay, ATVs, follow the cars. Whoever wants to cut us off, like just throw sand. So we're getting there, and by that time there were so many people on the main road that there was like so many waves and dips. And then the suspension on the Jeep fucking sucks ass. So I estábamos like,
Dude, it was horrible.
And
that
then-
day's the
yeah.
day that fucked up
And then
my
all you
neck.
hear is that he goes, "I've never passenger braked so hard in my life."
The whole time, me
Yeah.
too. Well, because I was like holding on to the little
Yeah.
handle, and like that's where you could feel like the tension
Yeah.
from like where my neck already hurt from the day before. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. On our way back, the way back was the worst
Yeah.
for sure, because we nos regresamos solos.
Yeah, because your boy had a
Mario had to
boy-
go to the bathroom, and well, when Mario has to go to the bathroom, he has to go to the bathroom. And we waited for a little while, but they all wanted to stay, obviously, and like we didn't want to ruin their fun.
Yeah.
And a lot of people wanted to go back anyway, so we all went back.
Yeah, we put people in the trunk. And I
Yeah.
was like, "Well,"
And I was
is
like,
it.
just
Yeah.
careful with your head, please.
yeah. We made her put on a helmet.
Yeah. And then it was really, because it was really dark, but then we ended up behind some rangers, and I was like, just stay behind the rangers, because at least if something happens, they're right in front of us, you know?
And I didn't want to go in front of the Rangers because we had someone in the
That's
trunk.
right, yeah.
And I was like, I'm not risking that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, on the way back, so I didn't have to go really bad. It was just I knew at one point of the night I
You're
had to
gonna
go,
have to go to the restroom,
and I was
yeah.
like, I'm not racing back to the
Back,
campsite on a bumpy ass road having a shit. You know, I was gonna have to pull over and like.
Not gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that was probably the worst. But I mean, by that point, I already knew where the hell I was going.
Yeah. I was so lost the whole weekend. Like, I didn't know how we made it back to the camp every single night. I was like, how? Like,
Did you guys just go ride like to the hill, or would you guys go right into the dunes too?
No,
we
just the
didn't
hill.
go into the
Just
dunes.
the
Just the hill.
Yeah. So we only did the hill because we did a little. No, we didn't do the dunes.
It's
day we
cool
went
to
out
do
in
the
car,
hill
right?
because you can access it with trucks
Yeah.
because it's like all on the edge and like this and then like
Yeah,
this,
you go.
you
in,
know?
it's like an L.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we didn't do the dunes because not all of us could go.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
we kind of just stuck to the things where like we could all go.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
porque
wanted to
pues
take
nos
the
íbamos
ATV
juntos.
out, but era de cambio, and there's just too much going on with like traffic.
And if
then,
you've never been on it to like
and,
learn there, it's not
escuchando
fun.
cuando meter el cambio, and I was like, there's just too much going on in order for me to like say,
Yeah. But I mean, overall, it was a great time.
That's nice.
Had you ever been in an accident before?
Yeah.
For the times you had gone in a Can-Am like that?
No, I flipped in a ATV,
Oy.
but that was the same thing. We were hitting a bull, and I went too far up, and I went.
You flipped over.
Yeah.
Oh, just like
Yeah.
Like,
oh, I was like
You-
twice.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like twice. I was like, neat, neat. On a Can-Am, not that bad. I've like flipped once, but it was
Like
one
just kind of over?
Yeah, it was like a yeet, but not as bad as that one. Other than that, no, because I don't know. I just feel like when you go out there, you just go with the expectation of something is
yeah.
gonna happen or something may happen to
think so.
somebody.
I mean, you kind of
Yeah.
have to, right? Like, you'd be
Yeah.
dumb to think like, oh no, I'm gonna be fine. Nothing's ever gonna happen.
Yeah, I
Like-
just didn't want anything to happen in the Jeep because like then.
Oh no, yeah, that's
Yeah.
bad news. Have you ever been in an accident?
No, I mean I've been in a motorcycle accident. I was driving up it wasn't Glamis, so it wasn't Ensenada, but I was driving up and there was a motorcycle coming at me, so I kind of like swerved, but there was a tree, so I went I flipped and went under the tree.
Oh,
Yeah, that one was. And I had someone riding behind me, but they had the helmet on and I didn't have a helmet on.
Ay, amiga.
So when I fell into the tree, like I cut like half my face.
oh, is that the story your mom always tells?
Yeah, that bitch. I had just gotten in an accident and I'm like, I'm like bleeding and I can't see out of my eye. And like, I like approach her and she's like, oh my God, you lost your eye. And I'm like, I'm fucking blind. And I'm a very,
Escucho borroso.
Yeah, that's the one. It was. I mean, it was not that bad, but and then other than that, we've been hit in the dune buggy by like a motorcycle, but we haven't flipped. I wasn't with my dad when he flipped, but I've seen a lot of accidents.
Does he ride now? Like,
Yeah.
he'll go. No,
Now
it's
he
okay.
will. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
It took him a few months.
Yeah.
I think we didn't go the rest of that season, and then the next season we went like a few times, but it wasn't the same.
Just say, yeah. No,
Now it is, but it's just different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like he's more cautious.
Yeah.
100%.
That's good. Yeah, the day that we flipped, well, Junior was like obviously really upset and like he was like, I can't believe that fucking happened. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, like
Like, don't
you're
trip,
good,
yeah.
don't worry. But Raul and Saraí were the only ones that stayed at the bottom of the hill. So like Ozzy was ready to run up the hill,
Yeah,
right? And so they were
yeah.
like, no, like wait, we'll go up in the
drive
truck.
up.
Especially at night, like no
Yeah.
te ven, no mames, like, that would have been a disaster waiting to happen. And Raul and Saraí stayed back, and Raul was like, I didn't want to fucking see no body parts flying anywhere.
So he looks at Alex now and he's like, well, I guess you're my best friend now.
He was like, no, mejor a mí que me vengan y me cuenten, yo no quiero ver eso. And then when we got back, he hugged me, and dude, Raúl had never hugged me so hard in his life. I was like, you were scared. He was like, ¿qué dijo? Pinches compadres no me duraron nada.
Made in China.
Yeah.
Overall, good experience. I'm glad. Did you have a good time? Your
I
first
had a
time?
great time, yeah, dude. I actually sent them to Katia because we have some videos of when we're in the Can-Am, like before we rolled and everything. And like I watched them and I'm like, wow, that
I
was
like it.
so much fun, you know? And like I told her, I was like, I'm so glad I can watch these videos and still think to myself, like, what a great fucking time,
Yeah.
and not be like scared or like something worse happen or anything, you know? So no, yeah, I had a great time. I definitely want to go back.
I
No se me
think
han
once
quitado
you
las
like it, it's like,
Yeah.
aunque te pasen las cosas, you know? Like,
Yeah.
And that's how I felt
you're
like, these past few
it's
years.
what
like,
it's part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Pues sí, como
because
digo.
I had gone, we would go like every single year, and then we stopped going, and then when Spao and I started dating, I was like, dude, I want to go back. Like I'm itching to like.
Yeah, you
know,
did. You would say it every year.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And now that we have the Jeep, and it's like now I'm like determined. It's like I've like been like trying to figure out what the fuck I want to do with the Jeep, and I'm like, okay, sand build, 100%.
yeah. No, it was fun. And then Sunday morning, we got the really bad sandstorm. So Raúl and Saraí actually left early. They had to come back, and they were gonna leave at like 4 a.m, but they ended up just leaving that night. Like
night before.
Saturday
madrugada.
night, como
Yeah.
las 2 de la mañana. And I'm so glad that they left when they left, because that would have been such a disaster.
Like an hour, 2 hours later, that's when like as soon as they probably got to San Diego, the sandstorm just just hit.
It was
Yeah.
bad.
It was moving the RV.
We thought at one point it was one of our friends having the sex. Because Mario and I, so when we got back from the hill, we went to sleep because my neck just hurt really bad. I was like, I don't want to, I'm just going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And Mario was like, I'm tired. I don't want to be tired tomorrow, like to drive back home. So we went to sleep, but they came back and estaban fumigados. So they were all drunk as fuck. Alex dropped like 4 raw patties on his way out. I just remember I would wake up and like
You were
the mist and
watching everything.
happened. Yeah. Ozzy was a whole vibe when they got back. He was feeding Mario s'mores like this, like here, eat it.
And then he's like, mi amigo's gay, as he's feeding me a s'more.
It was funny because he was like, "Wow, you want a s'more?" And I was like, "No, I'm good, thank you." He's like, "All right, I'm gonna bring you a s'more." I didn't want a
And he
s'more.
like put it in my mouth, and I'm like half asleep. So he's like, bite it, bitch, bite it.
No, he was a whole vibe. And then Katia in the background, "Gossy, get the fuck over here!"
Drunk Ozzy is my baby.
Dude,
Yeah.
he is a vibe.
I love Ozzy always, but drunk Ozzy, it's hilarious.
So when I have no idea.
happened?
Remember when he tased me?
Oh yeah, in
yeah.
San Francisco. I had no idea when they got back into the
Yeah.
RV. So when the RV started shaking, I was like,
Like, damn, no tienen vergüenza.
Yeah,
Like,
just cara
can
sin
you be a little,
vergüenza.
I know you're drunk, but like a little slower, right? But whatever, I let it be. And then you thought the same
I
thing.
thought the
too.
same thing, and because it woke me up, because it was bad.
Yeah,
It was
no,
like
it gets
moving
bad,
it.
especially if
And
you don't have like the blocks.
Yeah.
put
I
on.
know, yeah.
And then I was like, fuck, man, like they could like shut up, no? Like,
Like they could like slow
no
down a
coman
little.
pan enfrente de los pobres. and then like it happened again, and I was like, damn, they just went at it. And then like an hour and a half passed by, and I was like, "No tiene tanto aguante." And then I like kind of cracked open the window a little bit, and I just saw like everything just fucking moving, flying, flags everywhere.
One of our friends' canopies ended up 3 campsites
Yeah.
away and like broken. The chairs were everywhere. Dude, the funniest part though because I woke up and I was like, we left the croissants outside. and I was like, no, not the croissants and the muffins, right? And then I woke up finally and like I went outside to like see the damage, and the croissants and the muffins
They made
were
it.
sitting
They made
on
it,
the
yeah.
table, dude, alive. Like luckily they were closed, right? So like the stand was on the box,
but
but
it's
not on the
fine.
actual food. But I was like, I don't understand how the canopies flew, the chairs broke, and like the croissants were just sitting on the table. I thought that was so weird. It was bad. And then like the guy got there to pick up the RV, and we had already taken everything out, but I was sweeping it. Like I would sweep y otra capa de arena, and I was like, I'm sorry, bro, but like this is as much as I can clean your RV. Like I can't do anything about it. But luckily he got there when there was the sandstorm
sandstorm,
was
yeah.
happening.
How was that process? Of,
The
like,
RV?
Yeah, renting it out there and all that.
It
We've
was
never done
good.
it, but we've heard of it. But
So we didn't rent it directly from the people there in Glamis because ya no había. By the time we thought about it, it was too late and they were all sold out, or they had like really small ones. I don't remember what it was, but we ended up getting it from somebody that's in Palm Springs. But he drives it there for you,
okay.
parks it wherever you want it parked, and then
Then it
picks it up. Raul and Saraí handled a lot of it, but it seemed like it was pretty easy.
Nice.
it
They
seemed
just had to
pretty
communicate
seamless.
where they were, and then when he got there, he just asked for one of us, and he checked the RV, and he was like, "Okay, we're good." And then we just kind of helped guide him out, and he se fue.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah,
Yeah, it seemed pretty seamless.
pretty cheap too. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a pretty
Nice.
good price, for all of us.
I think
thought
for
it
all
was
of us,
good.
we paid about like $250 each.
a couple.
Oh, that's
no,
nice.
a couple.
A couple, yeah, a couple. So it wasn't.
Oh, a couple?
A couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Not bad
it was
at
like
all.
$1,000 basically. So for the whole weekend, and that's what I told you. Remember, I was like, it's probably like $800, and I think the reason it was a little bit more is because we had them come clean out the tank,
The tank, the
and give
septic
us
tank.
water and stuff. So like we
Or the
obviously split all
generator,
that.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I mean it was pretty good. I thought it was a good experience. I would do that again for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
What would you guys do before you had the RV?
We've always had a trailer.
Oh, okay.
When I-
But it was out there, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it depends. Yeah, like when I was little, we didn't have a trailer. We had like one of those like storage ones where we would like take the quads, and we would camp. But I was like little, like 3, 4 years old, and then my dad he just started getting trailers as years went by, and so we never really camped after that.
Yeah.
I actually camped last time we went because, well, they have the RV, but if it's a lot of us, we don't all fit.
No,
so
pues
I
no.
take a tent and I just sleep outside.
Yeah.
It was fucking cold that time.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like to camp, and I mean, you have the RV to shower and everything else. So it's
Yeah,
fine.
and I think that I would be okay with the camping.
That's what
part
I was gonna
too,
do
as
if I
long
was
as you-
gonna
I
come,
remember, and I was like,
remember?
"Bro, you can sleep inside." No,
I
no,
was
no.
like, I
camp-
want a tent.
It's like, okay. That was the one thing that on Sunday when we woke up, that the wind was going crazy. One couple stayed in
have a
their
tent.
tent outside. And when I woke up, I was like, no, pues se vinieron adentro. Like, they're here somewhere, you know? And like, no,
They were still in
stayed
the
in there.
tent.
And you could just see, it was a really big tent, but you could just see the tent like going
Like
back
half of
and
the
forth.
tent
And
was
I
on
was
the
like,
floor, yeah.
why would you guys do that? Like,
There were
you
3
guys
campsites down.
Seriously.
They woke
Eating
up.
breakfast with another family.
No, seriously. But yeah, but that was our crazy Glamis story. Jesus, have you ever been to Glamis?
No, I mean I passed by it.
Yeah, but like you've never experienced it.
I
Let's
know.
all go
I've been on a
back.
Can-Am though.
Is it something you would want
And
to
the
do?
first time I was in a Can-Am, we went on a head-on crash into
Oh.
a rock.
Onto
fun.
a rock?
Yeah, that was fun.
That
we,
was
were,
fun.
we were drinking, so
It makes sense.
Where were you?
in San Luis, which is right next to Yuma. So but it was all like more like flat, like small.
Is this recent?
hills. Yeah.
That was his first time on the Can-Am, right? When
was
he
like
went with Pam?
Yeah,
and
like
her
2
friends?
months ago maybe.
Oh, nice.
Wait, I
months
didn't
ago?
hear this story.
Well, I didn't know the story, but I know when he went.
Why didn't you tell us on the podcast? We're always waiting for these.
I think I
crazy
mentioned
stories.
that I got on a Can-Am, but and there was a
Well, yeah,
small
but not
crash.
Head on rock.
It was head on, but
accident.
like he like braked enough where like, I guess because like you guys said, like it's just so safe. Like we didn't
Yeah.
feel anything, but I did notice. Bam! We hit a fucking rock, and yeah, that was fun. And I was like, well, that was my first experience,
Nice.
and yeah, it was scary because like they just go fast, and he knew the layout, so I trusted him.
Yeah.
But we didn't have helmets. That was one thing.
Well, so in Glamis you have to.
Yeah.
They don't. They find
You'll get
you.
Sheriffs
fine,
are
yeah.
out there, yeah.
And there's a lot of sheriffs. I'm okay with that, dude. Honestly, they
Yeah.
should be looking out for those things for sure.
And I didn't have goggles either. I had my glasses.
Oh, you
There was a
wilding.
there was a time where there were, like, you know, growing up there were the sheriffs out there, but it wasn't as intense. And there was a time where there was a lot of accidents and a lot of people dying.
Oh,
Yeah, because it was just crazy.
yeah. that's
Like
wild.
that hill where you guys would be at, like competition hills. So you know how like people line up in like rows and stuff. Like back then, like they'd be lined up, but like to drive through, like there would be people like making fire, like. It was weird.
people
It
would just drive through
yeah,
it?
like you had to drive through it, or else they would throw shit at your car. Like it was kind of like an ambiente type of thing. Like don't be a bitch, just go. Like it was wild. There used to be like a big black trailer, like just a box trailer that had like a staircase going up in the middle, and there was a stripper pole, and it's just naked girls. Like you know how like people drive through in the races,
Yeah.
people would drive through like flashing. Like, I remember I was like 8 years old, and it's like you're just watching people flashing, like driving by. I'm like,
La Meli,
me too. Flashing her titties. Yeah, and it got pretty bad at one point.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I can definitely see
Yeah.
that too. Like if I can imagine, like now that they have so many regulations and like sheriffs and rangers
For
out
a
there
reason,
for a
yeah.
reason, and I could see like even right now it still feels a little lawless. You know,
Uh-huh.
like it kind of seems like the sheriffs are just making sure you're okay.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Like we know you're gonna like
Yeah.
fuck around, but just gotta be careful.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm okay with like going a different weekend.
Yeah,
Like it's a vibe to go.
it's
Halloween
yeah,
weekend,
especially
yeah.
with a group of friends. You know, like that is fun.
Yeah.
But like for my dad that goes with his family, you
Yeah.
know, like
No.
that's a weekend where it's like he doesn't have a good time. He's just stressed the
Yeah.
whole time. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then people get crazy.
Yeah,
I remember one time we were like asleep in the trailer, and we could hear some like all the guys had gone out for a night ride, so it was like the moms and the kids, you know, and we were sleeping in our trailer, and we just heard like someone was either trying to open the door or a noise outside, and my mom's like, "What the fuck?" And like my mom was scared. It's like obviously she's not gonna open the fucking door. She's like, "If it's your dad, he can sleep outside. Like he has a key, so if he can't get in, you know, muy su pedo."
Yeah.
And the next morning, when we were cleaning up, they found like a little bag of drugs like under our trailer. So they were trying to get their shit, and it's just like, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
Wow.
I was talking about like some of the last times that I went, like you could hear like gunshots porque se pelea la
Sí,
gente.
sí.
And it's like super
Well, when the
lawless, yeah.
fireworks first started going, I was like, I don't know why fireworks scare me
Trigger
so much.
you?
Like, they trigger me. Yeah, every time.
She's like,
one
"Is it a
goes-
firework? Or are we getting shot at?"
And I don't know why. Like,
She's like the the ring notifications in East
oh
Lake.
my god, is that a
Is
gunshot?
that a firework
Dude,
or
I
a
hate that.
gunshot?
No, but I don't know. Like, it's just like that initial pop that like
Yeah.
really does like startle me. And the first few times I was like, what the fuck? Because I also have heard that people just like start shooting
Yeah.
guns and shit. So I'm like, I know it's not like it doesn't sound the same, but you just that one initial.
We even hear like on the 905 where people off road over by the
well,
bridge.
that's why they shut it down.
Yeah,
too, no?
because a lot of people started getting hella wild and like
Like, why? Why do you have to make a
Tiran-
good thing such
Yeah.
a fucking mess?
tiroteos and shit like
You
that.
know?
Man.
Like, why do you... Ajá, pero ¿por qué te tienes que piratear, güey? Like,
Yeah.
enjoy it. Have a good time. Like, haz tu desmadre. But why do you have to put other people's lives in danger? Don't get that.
Les vale madre.
Yeah.
Small dick energy.
No, but yeah, I had a lot of fun. I'm sure, like, going Halloween weekend for the first time probably helped
Yeah,
my
enhance your experience.
you know, because it was
especially
like, wow.
also the way you went with the group of people you went. Like it's always good to go in a big group because it's kind of like it's homey. Like
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
nice.
I definitely think we should continue doing it that
Yeah.
way too,
Yeah.
because it would have been very different if it would have just been like the 12 of us. It would have still been a lot of fun.
Yeah,
But I
it's
just
just a
think-
different vibe. Different.
Yeah,
different
you don't feel
ambiente.
as like safe.
Yeah.
You know, like te
Well,
sentías
like,
bien seguro en todos lados en Glamis.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like now that we know that Pauline and her family like go, and then my dad's goddaughter
that
was
was so
randomly
Oh,
in
you
that
ran in-
group.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah.
But she was there, like right next.
No,
to
yeah, she
us
was right
and
there
then-
with the campsite with all her friends, with all the other friends, and like we had just gotten there, and I started to unpack the Jeep, and it was already pretty dark, and all you hear is Mario, and I was like, what? Who the fuck knows my name?
Yeah.
And yeah, she was randomly there too. So,
But it was
yeah.
funny because they had told them like, "Oh, ahí iba a andar," but we never
Oh, yeah.
Like,
imagined
that
we would
you
run
would-
into
Yeah.
her. And no, she was at the campsite with
That's
us.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
Small
also,
world.
There was also a puppy. His name
Oh.
was Arlo.
Oh yeah, really good dog.
He was such a good dog. I'm gonna look for a picture. I think I have one.
Oh.
He was such a good dog. I'm gonna look for a picture. I think I have one.
So when we go, we take all our dogs.
Yeah.
At
Dude,
least now.
all of them?
Yeah.
And what do
Well,
you do?
not all of them. Not the outside dogs,
The
but
good
like
ones.
Bimbo, Marley, Rocky.
We-
Do they stay in the RV or what do you do?
No,
with
my
them?
mom brings like the little cages. Ziggy sleeps inside.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like taking.
wouldn't have
I don't
thought
like
that it'd be
taking him though
different.
because he really freaks out with the fireworks.
Yeah.
So he like I won't
And there's
find
so
him,
many.
and he's like in the closet in the RV, like just freaking out. And I'm like,
Yeah, no.
and then there I am, like hugging him tight, trying to make it go away. I'm like, it doesn't help.
it's not a good time for the mom.
Yeah, no.
or the son. Yeah, I don't think I would take Ollie.
Yeah.
Specifically because of the sand and because of her little flat face.
Yeah.
So I think it
Oh,
would
he
really fuck up
hates
her
the
lungs.
sand. Like he'll play fetch, but like he'll run to it, and then when he goes to get the ball, he's like,
Yeah.
it's like there's sand.
I can totally see him like dropping the ball, like gross. No, I think there was a few Frenchies out there, but I just think she would have to spend so much time in the RV.
Yeah.
And she would hate to be in the RV
Hey,
and us
tú afuera.
outside.
Yeah.
So no, if we have a dog that we take, it'd be like Arlo. Like he
Yeah.
was a bigger dog. He was super bien entrenado. Like knew exactly where he should be and shouldn't be. You know, like he was good. But even then, I don't know how. Like they would take him to the competition hill, and like even that was like that. There's a lot going on
Yeah.
for them here. Like I don't know. I feel bad.
So he would freak out. He'd have a
Yeah.
heart attack.
Yeah,
Be
he
like
probably
panic
would.
attack as fuck.
We
The other day I took him to the farmer's market and he had a panic
he
attack.
hates the farmer's market, dude. Stop taking him there. Every time we go, he has his little tail between his legs. And he hates it.
Oh, man.
We saw
My anxiety went away and he got the anxiety.
seriously.
Just transferred over.
He absorbed it all. We saw some people getting there in the morning. Remember with the big dogs? They were like Great
Oh,
Danes.
yeah.
Or what
yeah,
were they?
Yeah.
It was like 3 of them in the back of the truck in this big ass cage, and I was like, oh my god.
It's kind of cool though when you watch them walk the
Oh, I'm
dogs like and
sure,
shit.
yeah.
It's like nice.
That's some Mad Max shit for
Yeah.
sure. Así sí. Así perros así sí. Porque si te hacen caso and like they know what, you know.
Yeah.
But
Nah.
little Olivia will probably
Fuck
have
that.
a heart attack over it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus has a thing against dogs still.
Yeah, fuck that.
Still
It's okay, Jesus.
What is it?
Cost you a new car, but
PTSD.
it's okay.
Bro, oh, that reminds me. Over there in Guerrero, the dogs know that they have to be on the sidewalk. Like there's carreteras
And they know.
and they're walking on the sides. Like they're like with people walking.
They're like, I'm
Like
not gonna
no
die
one was ever in the
today.
middle. Or if they're in the middle, they move out of the way like right away. Like I told Pounds like I like these dogs. Like they know. I know
These
what
dogs
He said, I
know.
can't
Yeah.
run this one
These
For
are
those of
alone.
you who
real.
are new here, I don't know what episode it is, but one of the episodes, Jesus ran over a dog in Ensenada.
Yeah. Well, no.
Well,
obliterated
the,
dog.
the dog
Came out of
Yeah.
nowhere and he hit it and
kamikaze Jesus' car.
Cost
rip-
him a new car.
and
Yeah.
rip the puppy.
It was kind of big, so I don't think it was
Yeah.
a puppy, but
No.
it's a puppy.
All right.
But, do we have
Oh
time
my
for
God.
Comadreando?
No, we can leave it for next weekend. I mean next week.
Yeah.
Send in your
It's been
comadreandos.
Suckers. You thought.
y'all got blue balls.
This is a long episode, and then you guys are gonna be like,
Yeah.
"It's too long. I have
But,
to listen to it
oh
in
my
3
God.
days."
It's 3 work days.
2 hours.
The only person I know that would be happy about a longer podcast would be like Sarai.
Yeah. But anyways, guys,
Love
anything else you guys want to add before we cut things off? I'm getting kind of hungry, man.
You know,
There's
that's what I've been
tomatoes.
thinking about. I was like, what am I gonna get when I go back home?
What are you gonna get?
I don't know.
Dude,
There's a lot of
that is
options.
one thing
I'm
that I
like
learned about
8:53.
Jesus on our trip to Cuernavaca.
He's always
was
thinking about
thinking
food.
about food.
Yeah.
We'd be
About what he's
like-
gonna eat next.
Yeah, we'd be like at dinner. He'd be like, "All I'm thinking about is my my
Breakfast.
chocolate milk,
Oh, yeah, chocolate milk
in
at
my
night.
room." I was like, "What?"
Be finishing up breakfast. It's like, what's for lunch?
No, I'm like, "Ay, todo lo que puedo, en todo lo que pienso son las papitas en el cuarto." I'm like, Jesus, you just ate breakfast.
Dude, yeah. I don't know. I just like this weekend when I went to Mexicali, we had sushi at night. And then I was just like, after eating, I was just talking to Pam. I was like, I'm ready for those tacos in the morning
Oh my god!
and the coffee.
And the coffee, always
Yeah,
the coffee
man.
for sure.
But all right, you guys.
All right,
Jesus, do you have a
guys.
Jesus quote?
You know what? I thought about it this morning, but I did not.
Can you look one up real quick?
Yeah.
Once you
Getting
go.
the listeners you guys-
You have your own
You
little
guys,
segment
you guys,
now.
you guys have that one thing you guys wanted to talk about.
What?
I don't know. Just
We are getting into ¿Dónde está el novio y novia season?
What does that mean?
What?
To your tías?
Oh.
Oh. Yay.
Meli shows up with her dog.
¿Y los papeles, tía?
Literally, I will show up with my dog. I think my tias know better than to ask me now.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Jesus found his quote.
I got one.
Jesus
No-
quotes.
Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible. So if you separate it, it says I'm possible.
Mic drop.
Beep, 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 beep. That's all I thought about was Kim Possible.
Oh, I have an idea. Tell you off mic. Y'all can't know yet.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Otro martes con huevos.
And thank you, Meli, so much for being here.
Thank you so much,
So
Meli,
random.
for being here.
Mario today was like, your best friend's coming over. And for a minute, I thought he meant Diego because he had been on the podcast
Oh,
for a
yeah.
few times. And I was like, Meli? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, the fuck? She didn't tell me.
She didn't tell me. I
I was like, she's always welcome to come, but like, what the fuck?
It's just because it's Glamis is
'Cause she
really,
wanted-
yeah,
yeah.
it's near and dear to her heart.
So she wanted to hear
Yeah.
the story too, in person.
Yeah.
Because I text her. I wasn't going to tell her and Danny until we got back. But then when I got service on my laptop, I was like, oh my God, I wasn't going to tell you guys until I got back, but I had to tell you now.
I'm like, well, I'm glad you're alive. Stay alive.
But thank you so much, guys. Junior, again, shout out.
Yes.
Thank you so much
So
for
much
that
fun.
ride.
You
That
made
was a lot of fun.
Glamis. You made such an amazing memory in my mind about Glamis.
Yeah. Shout out Isan Carlos for the wedding.
Yes.
And thank you so much
also
for that
another great
invite.
memory.
Honestly, I really wish I could remember.
I
half of
really
that.
wish.
I really wish I could remember half of that
Really
wedding.
wish.
I remember it, and I had a great time. My favorite part was definitely their little customized card. I thought that was so
Oh,
sweet.
that was really cute.
I thought that
Yeah.
I
was so
saw you
dope.
posted that.
Like she like hand wrote.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was a lot
Yeah,
of people
that
that
was
had write
nice.
notes for.
Yeah.
I hope everyone got one. We're all over here putting it out.
I know.
Blast. I think everyone.
At least
got
everyone
one.
on our table did.
Yeah.
But shout out to you guys. Shout out to you listeners. Make sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe, share the podcast. Share the damn podcast, guys. Fucking share our content. You know how much work it takes to make these fucking reels.
Stop yelling at our
And you guys
listeners.
do not share.
Hey, truly, if I was just a listener and I heard you say that, I'd be like, "Fuck this guy! Don't yell at me," and I wouldn't share.
But we love you for listening anyway.
So be nice.
Thank you
This
to
is
our
Mario's way of expressing himself. He means no harm.
But thank you
Exactly.
to our loyal listeners and viewers. We really do appreciate you guys.
And sponsor.
And our sponsor, All Moving
Yes.
LLC. Continue to share and vibe with us. Don't forget that every week, every other week, or whenever we have a Talk Can't Talk, we try to share Comadreando. Links will always be in our bios for our YouTube and all the audios.
I promise she'll come back next episode.
She will come back. But anyways, guys, como siempre, live your best life, fight your fears. At the end of the day, the only thing that you regret are the things that you did not do. So vive con huevos, guys. We love you. We out of here. Peace.
Bye.
Never thanks.